Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. Welcome to tradertv.live. We're seeing North American stock futures pointing to a slightly lower open this morning after all three major U.S. indexes are coming off a nice advance from Monday's session. We had a look at a little bit of the details involved in the next COVID-19 spending bill unveiled by Senate Republicans yesterday in Washington. All three major U.S. indexes, as I said, coming off slight advances on Monday. We had the S&P up 0.75%, the Dow up more than 100 points, NASDAQ gained 1.7%. We're watching gold prices again this morning, set to open slightly lower after touching an all-time high above $1,943 yesterday per ounce, surpassing the prior high that was set back in 2011. We also have big name tech earnings coming later in the week. As I said, we'll have a look at Apple trading a little bit lower this morning. Pfizer shares are higher. They reported pre-market back to the upside for Pfizer, and Eastman Kodak up 160%. We'll talk about why coming up. On the data front, July consumer confidence level is set to be released at 10 a.m. this morning. That is a number that can move the market. It is Tuesday, July 28th, 2020. TraderTV.live starts now. There's a look at the APAC region markets from the overnight session. A bit of a mix showing here. You can see Korea, Nifty, and India up 1.5%. We had both Chinese markets in positive territory. We'll shift over to Europe and see how things are looking over in the European landscape. Yeah, a bit of a mixed start here as well. Spain, the only one to the upside. England actually just ticking higher there. Let's have a look at North America as well. You can see back to the downside ever so slightly. As I mentioned, NASDAQ led yesterday, so we'll see what happens with big name tech shares coming up at the open this morning. We have Bitcoin back to the upside, and looks like our commodity quotes are not working. I'll have to check crude and gold. Let's have a look at some things that are moving around, guys. Eastman Kodak, haven't even thought about that stock in a long time. Some COVID-related news for KODK this morning.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's thought about Kodak for quite some time, but getting a bit of a loan deal to convert some of their facilities to produce much-needed chemicals to shore up the supply of pharmaceuticals in the United States. And sort of it's one of these things that I guess the administration feels is a good idea. This was exposed by COVID, the supply chain issues. So it looks like you're getting a gigantic bump here. I just saw them press past $8.75. They're marching towards $9 on 23 million shares worth of volume. So Kodak, wow. Looks like it's going to be a major player today, but you have a two-day Fed meeting. You have bigger earnings coming up. So Pfizer, McDonald's, exciting. This could be one of those days where you look to whatever happens to be in play because you could get some sideways action in the markets.
Yeah, and another point, make sure you grab our watch list. Valeria has been tweeting out the link all through the day here, and check it out. She just put it right there, actually. Watchlist.tradertv.live. So make sure oh, shoot, I just put some pen on my shirt. Oh, man. Make sure that you guys sign up for that. We're also, Neil, myself, Brendan, all tweeting out a few key things as well. So make sure you check that out. And yeah, it should be a really fun day at TraderTV Sean, Instagram, Twitter, same with these guys. It's going to be a good day. McDonald's reported as well. And yeah, Pfizer to the upside today. Look, it should be a good day. Yesterday, I mean, we can't ever judge what's going to happen in the day. It was a little slow yesterday. We'll see if it moves today. Yesterday, cannabis names, Brendan, were in the move. So we'll have to watch those today.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on the cannabis space. Yeah, good look for Pfizer this morning, increasing their full year 2020 forecast. Here is what is coming up later in the show this morning. We have a brand new educational video for you. Yeah, we are in the thick of it when it comes to earnings season. So we're going to get into a series of videos that we shot last week. If you joined us on Wednesday, when it comes to trading earnings. So a little general overview when it comes to earnings season, how to prepare yourself to trade earnings season. Valeria will have the link for you coming up around 11:45, 11:50 this morning. Speaking of Valeria, let's get over to the desk and say good morning to her.
Good morning and hello everyone. Welcome to the live trading show. Guys, sign up to our daily free watch list at the link I'm sending on the chat. And subscribe to this channel to receive notifications when we are back on air. Please support and like this video. Let's have a great trading day together, and back to Brandon.
We are definitely going to do our best to get you prepared to have a great trading day. One of the things we like to do at this time every morning is have a look at how traders fared here at Day Trade the World yesterday throughout the company. You can see big time numbers again. 5 figures top to bottom here in the top 6. Brussels, Europe landscape coming out of number 1 position here. More Europe, number 2, 27,000. You can see you have to go all the way down to number 4 here before you get into North America, 23,000 still. So another great day for traders here at Day Trade the World. Let's jump into it, guys. We have lots to get through this morning coming up before the open. I want to talk about Pfizer to lead things off here. Nice move, as we said, to the upside. They beat across the board as far as their second quarter earnings are concerned. They also increased their full year 2020 forecast. So you beat on earnings, you increase your forecast, chances are you're going to be to the upside before the open.
Yeah, I mean, how many times are we seeing a forecast getting pushed upside here? And Pfizer, we sort of talked about this one, trying to test some higher levels, possibly on good earnings. That was going to be that 39.50 that we mentioned. So, stalling out shy of it. If you just want to go back to the 23rd, you can see that high. Same sort of picture on the daily chart, trying to get through some resistance. Could be a situation where you sell that news in front of that level. 39.50 for me is going to be a bit of a fade piece. If you busted through, maybe there's a breakout at some point. A secondary one, I would suppose, on Pfizer, but I think we're going to be looking to see if we can sell in front of it on any kind of a pop-up. It'll be a breakout at that price. If I get a chance to take a 39.50 break, I'll go ahead and do that. If you do come back to the downside, like we slide off, let's look at this 37.50 area, a dollar lower from here as a bit of support on Pfizer.
I just want to say a shout out to Tyler, to Dax, to Joseph, to David Z as well. Anybody I've missed on here, what's up? What's up? Good morning, Elizabeth, as well. I don't know. I guess I'm not on slow mode. No, I'm never on slow mode unless it's the evening time. But we'll wait to see here what that means. But yeah, welcome everybody. Look, Pfizer today. I just want to show you the imbalance locator. 500,000 shares. I don't normally trade this, but I'll be on it today. We're going to wait for 39 to break. Obviously, that's the upside there. You also have a 38.75 level that we'll try to smash. But Pfizer right here, we love when everything beats, especially when part of the beat was not even COVID related. So nice to see their cancer drugs and blood thinners popping off as well. So all things good here. Pfizer, big hold, big position. Most people like it. It has a great dividend. And I'm just making a mess today, but that's great. Pfizer, we'll be hitting that one, guys, today. Don't worry about it.
And yesterday, guys, bringing it back to the COVID-related news, yesterday they announced the obviously late-stage trial for the BioNTech trial for the COVID-19 vaccine. So let's move on here. I want to get to Kodak here, guys, but can we jump into my screen real quick? And I just want to show a few things about Kodak here. Right now, as of this morning, the market cap, tough to see here, but 114 million on the market cap. The free float, guys, is 8 million shares. Outstanding is 43 million shares. So $765 million government loan deal, as Neil was mentioning, to work on some chemicals that are involved in treatments for multiple diseases, including COVID.
Yeah, look, it sort of is what it is, and you talked about the float there, and it just got to $9 and starts to roll over. I actually said this a couple of times on Twitter this morning that I'm going to be looking for the first chance I get to be able to short some kind of a level. I was looking at $8. It couldn't quite break through there. If we fail at $9, I'm going to try that one. I just quickly, I do have a position at SNGX of. That's another rollover type of play, gapping up on news. We'll get to that one a little bit later. You'll see that, just taking off some profits here. But for me, Kodak, look, if it breaks through 9, maybe we can take some scalps to the long side on 25 million shares worth of volume. But I'm looking for the first sell chance I get through $8 of a break, maybe a rollover in front of 9 at the open as well. So after the move has already given you 240% to the upside, chasing it for anything but scalps is a bit too rich for me.
Yeah, it's just a short. I mean, it's just a short. I haven't really even looked at it. This is not really my cup of tea, but Kodak here, look, you got 1.5 million shares to buy. It's going absolutely nuts. It's 25 million shares. I mean, if you want to trade at small shares, yeah, then you can go back and forth. But if you're going to wait for big levels, I mean, VWAP is at 8. That makes a lot of sense to me. So let's trade it through $8. Or go long right off the open. But just be careful. I mean, this story is, like Brandon said at the beginning, former film company, and now changed its way, went into blockchain two years ago or so, and now we're into COVID recovery. So we'll see here. $8 to the downside, though. I like it.
All right, guys. Yeah, I like that. I like that look as well. Wait for the flush. Short any kind of pop on KODK. Shopify, guys, trading higher, 3% plus for Shopify this morning in the pre-market here. Higher relative volume for Shopify. It barely trades typically in the pre-market, but Goldman Sachs upgrading this one from neutral to buy. Their internet analyst team saying that they now estimate e-commerce revenue in the U.S. will grow by 29% this year. So nice look for Shopify here this morning.
Yeah, we hit the Canadian flag for Shopify here, big time. Like the only tech company that means anything pretty much in Canada right now. Shopify to the upside, another 3% today. Look, I wrote down, I honestly think we could test its all-time high here. I mean, what a great opportunity this was to buy this down here last week during some of that tech wreck. But Shopify, yeah, 1080, all-time high. Looking at that right now, I think 1037 could come through as well. The only problem is, it's a $3 spread right now, and when it starts to open up, it could be $3, $4 off the open as well. So the price you get is going to determine a lot of your winners. So on this one, so you can either wait for it to break. That's 1,010, which I think is a good long, and I'll try it, but I'll probably only cross up $1. I don't want to chase it too much, but yeah, great news, great upgrade, and a great story.
Yeah, it just feels like one of those, early trades in the first couple of minutes, those breaks can be dangerous on something like Shop. I think pulling to 980 is going to be some support. Just a big sort of level if you look at the last few sessions. So if you get a chance on any kind of a dip that shakes some people out, that might be the opportunity on Shop that I might be looking for here. Just going to get back quickly to update a position because we have them on. The market doesn't sleep here. SNGX gaps up, consolidation lower, similar story. I got this one in front of a 320 level. We're going to take some out in front of 3 even, and then when it breaks downside, ultimate target's going to be first level 270, and then 250 to the downside. So already got some SNGX. Also looking at Boxel, I tried to catch that one at a very similar price. It's already starting to come back in on me.
Just looking at this Socket, guys, big mover from yesterday. Just saw a little headline here for that Socket Mobile. If you remember yesterday, it was going crazy at CKT. Yeah, down big time after gaining 52% yesterday. So we'll have a look at Socket. Also, that Blink charging was back to the upside on a contract extension as well. Apple, guys, let's have a look at Apple here. Earnings Thursday aftermarket for Apple. There really wasn't any other kind of catalyst this morning. But heading into earnings, big tech was strong yesterday. Worth having a look at Apple again this morning, gapping to the downside a little tiny bit here this morning.
Yeah, what was I didn't even see what the Apple news was.
There really isn't any. I mean, they had JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs price target increases recently, but nothing for today.
Yeah, I mean, look, Apple. I just wonder if people are going to be taking off some tech gains. With big tech coming this week again. Microsoft's already happened, and then you got Amazon and Google coming through. So yeah, look, I mean, 380 was the high yesterday. No reason. This is a 3-minute chart, so we just blew it up to see where we came from. We did have a bad week last week, down to 358 and change. I paired off some of my Apple a couple weeks ago at 389, so I do think that it's probably a little bit overblown right now. But hey, look, price increases and target increases. Let's go 380 probably today. A good little spot, and I apologize, I didn't even see these upgrades, but it's been bouncing off 380 in the morning time here, and we'll see about it tomorrow. Yeah, you know what? 380 is a very, very nice level here on Apple. So let's go long for sure. I mean, this yesterday, 380 was the top right there. 380 was the top in the afternoon yesterday, and 380 wicked high today. So yeah, you break 380, I think you got yourself a trade.
Yeah, 100%. You definitely got a good level at that 3D. Nothing to add because that's the key price. That's probably the only thing you want to be taking, at least in the short term there. I just want to note here, below that 3 on SNGX, just working out of position. So we already got a nice little winner here. We'll try and slay this dragon if it drops between this 290. Got the 308 short. Boxel also dropping lower. Watch out for a 320 level on Boxel to the upside. Short in front of it is going to be the name of the game. Of course, they extended a contract with the Atlanta School Board, and that's the reason for the jump in that name.
Yeah, let's go to DraftKings here, guys. Got to talk about DraftKings a little bit. Big move yesterday, obviously, right in the middle of the show. We saw that flush on the MLB rumors that were circling around. DraftKings up slightly again this morning. We're back to around that 36 level. They extended their contract with the PGA Tour to become the official betting operator for the PGA Tour, which is going to involve some of their logos cross promotion. So they're going to be able to put their logo on the PGA Tour site and vice versa using the PGA Tour logo on their site, guys. So DraftKings.
All right, another one that we normally do really, really well on. And so today, 36.50. Yesterday, a couple bottom spots here at 36.50. You touched out at 37. Obviously, we hit that story for you guys live yesterday. As I was not in DraftKings, we were waiting to see what was going to happen up top. And then all of a sudden, it just started fading all the way back down and it actually touched that 32.50. Wowzers yesterday. What a good long that would have been for anybody on some of those Major League Baseball rumors there. Major League Baseball, I don't think they're going to cancel their season. So that'll be really strong. And then hockey tonight. Shout out to the Maple Leafs. Get it going against the Canadians tonight, so they'll be on their way to winning their first Stanley Cup since 1967. And then you have, so 36.50 at the top here on DraftKings. PGA, Brendan, you and I watch that, and we like it. There's lots of gambling involved with golf and actually every sport. Neil was telling me about Korean baseball even. So you do get a lot of opportunities to gamble, and they're just coming back, and the big dogs are coming too with American football just around the corner. So yeah, why not? Let's take DraftKings long, but it needs to break 36.50 for this guy.
Yeah, I think the one thing to watch out for is headline risk. Of course, baseball is going to continue to play. That's going to be the name of the game. But if things start popping off in terms of cases in the NFL in the next upcoming weeks, you might want to watch that headline. That's what we got Brendan here to give us anything live. But Sean's got the level 35.50, that double top. I mean, if it comes back down, I might take a shot at it for a quick little short trade. But I don't like this one right off the open. The volume's relatively light here, 185,000 pre-market. So that's not enough for me to get involved in a 930 position.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's going to be an interesting one, I think, today and over the next coming days when we get a little bit of clarification on some of these additional tests that were conducted yesterday in Major League Baseball as well. I want to talk about Intel, guys, extending a 3-day slide here for INTC. We're at recent lows. Essentially, if you go out to a daily time frame here, they obviously announced during their earnings report last week, we talked about the 7 nano chip, their next generation chips being delayed until the end of next year. Chief Engineering Officer being let go now as well, in addition to that news.
Yeah, I mean, they steal them from Qualcomm. Well, didn't steal them from Qualcomm, but it came from Qualcomm and now on the way out. We talked about this on the way downside through 50, caught some nice trades in Intel, and the story is actually breaking through that 49.50 level that we were sort of looking at in the both in the afternoon at the end of the show as well. As support, if it breaks back above, that could be somewhat interesting, but that's the first and only level I'm really paying too close attention to. If it goes any further, you don't have much support until you get to that low 40s when you look at the daily chart. So, alert this 49.50. We're right here, right now. It's going to be difficult to say that I'm going to be all over this break long side, but if you give it to about this low of the day, it's not a horrible amount of risk. See if you can fill any kind of a gap. But I am expecting that it will have some trouble getting back to the upside in Intel. I'll take a shot at 49.50, but not likely thinking I'm going to hit a home run here.
Intel way oversold here. I'll be picking some up in my own personal account probably today or tomorrow. It's always like a 3-day slide. We'll go there. Look, I get a lot of support on Twitter, so I'm going to give you guys a shout out here as well. Toothbrush Turkey here. He wants a Go Pack Go on the stream in advance because of Donkey Kong. So there you go. There's Aaron Rodgers. I think State Farm actually reported he's doing the belt there. So State Farm coming through. But there you go, Toothbrush Turkey. You want a shout out? You get a shout out right there talking about the Packers. So there we go. And guys, follow me at Trader TV Sean. Drop me some notes. I try to do my best to get at you during the show, but that's almost impossible. But there's lots of messages that I have to get to, and we will be getting to those as well. So follow me. Lots of love on the watch list that we dropped off. What up, Del Passan there? What up, Alfred? A bunch of guys there on the chat. So good looks there. And let's keep going. Intel, probably not going to trade it today with some of these other moves, but I do like it. Let's just call pull it up quick, because I did look at it here on another time frame, and I thought I liked 49.50-ish, but that's just because it's a 50 level. Yesterday we dropped down again. 3-minute chart looking at here, guys. Our lowest spot yesterday was 49.33. That's right where we're at right now. We reached 49.12 in the aftermarket this morning. I don't know. I'd rather go long whatever this level is right here. Yeah, 50. So we break through 50. Let's take Intel, guys.
Another one looking a little bit weak in the pre-market, guys. Tesla set to gap down here about 2% last I checked. Bernstein downgrading the stock to, what was it, underperform from market perform, and also slapped a $900 price target on Tesla. There was some other news involving an SEC filing with some support coming from the government when it comes to payroll supports, specifically having to do with the pandemic. So there was an SEC filing yesterday as well. So a little bit of negativity here today in Tesla.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it was such a big ramp up yesterday off of 14. Well, more like 14.10. I was going to say 1400. You got a big 10% bottom to top sort of move in the afternoon. You know, giving it a little bit back, yeah, seems somewhat reasonable. It's what a normal stock does occasionally. I do think you're going to have a shot, at least if you want to play this news negatively, that 15.20, a bit of a level you can break off of. We fail through there. If you want to be shorting Tesla, yeah, this might be your take here in front of that 15.20. You catch some at 15 break, or just fade that level altogether. You know, outside of that, the next level up was that 15.50 top that you're watching that we made in the afternoon yesterday. If that 15.20 breaks, you're looking very, very likely to get to that 15.50 and at least test it at some point today. But first things first, the 20's got to go.
Yeah, 20 has to go, and then I like this 1480 level right here on Tesla. We hit it as a high yesterday. It bounced around and thought about breaking it before eventually doing that and ripping up 20 bucks. So 1480 on a downgrade. And I want to say, what up? I don't even know what the message is here. A name change right here. So big name change, Snowman.
It's Matt.
Matt going over to Snow. So here we go. Keep up the great work. And yeah, $25. We will hit the slap shot for that one. We'll put that $25 on the Maple Leafs tonight. We'll log into our DraftKings account and bet the Maple Leafs account tonight, because hit the sirens. Thank you so much for that, Snowman, with that $25 super chat. Thank you so much. Keep them coming, guys. You can also join us up. I think I saw a couple members today.
I saw a few. It was one pre-market before I even logged in. I think we saw a couple of members in it. But Matt, you got to tell us the story behind the Snowman. I'd love to hear it. So throw it in the chat. I'd love to know. And if anybody else wants to join that party, hit that join button, guys. It's going to be a wild one already. I love this Snowman action.
Yeah, and make sure, guys, if you're joining us for the first time as well, hit subscribe so we can let you know every single time that we come on air. And you can join us. We do this every single day when the market is open. So please join us, won't you? Let's talk about airlines, guys. We had a little bit of earnings once again in the airlines group. I mean, as a group, this is, if you go to a daily chart on any of these, they're kind of just grinding into a bit of a tight consolidation here. But JetBlue reported a loss. Obviously, it was bigger than expected. Revenue, however, did beat ever so slightly. They did say Q2 capacity, they cut it by 85% and have no plans to change that in the near future.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on which airline you want to pick here. You can talk about Save, you can talk about Southwest, which I think for a lot of people is one of the stronger names. Not a lot of volume here, and I just wanted to look at LUV, just given it's rounding into a bit of support. So I'm looking for an opportunity to pick this one around that 30-50 mark if it goes to a dollar to the downside. I don't know that the JetBlue is going to give us an opportunity that, so their earnings is going to drag the market down with the airlines far enough to get into that support. But watch out for a break of that 31.25 on LUV. If it ever gets to that 30.50, some support there on the on the daily chart. But not a lot of pre-market volume in this particular name, and nothing that really stood out for me in any of the others. American can be worth a look, but I think you're going to probably end up sticking to JetBlue and Southwest.
Yeah, watch out for this CCL level here. We'll take out the big stick and try to smack this thing as we go here. 1360, maybe on the downside of CCL, Carnival Cruise Lines. They're all going to be there. Raytheon reported, so we're going to see what happens to Boeing as well, or they report soon. But Raytheon and Boeing moving around as well. So we'll definitely have a look here. But I do like CCL breaking through 1360. It's been a bad little run here for Carnival Cruise Line. Lately, we got as high as $24 about a month and a bit ago. And now we're faded back down to half of that valuation. We're nowhere near well, I guess we're kind of near halfway there, 780 at the very bottom, but 1360. You've been a couple bunched up areas. As soon as we broke below this, the 20 period, it was a no-go here. Look, we break above it, rips up, You test it, comes back in. Now we're downside. Let's look for 1360 on CCL. But I just want to see if there's anything changing here. Kodak, it's steamed off a little bit. It was 1.x million. Now we're taking out half of that. Yeah, 400,000, so it was 1.1 million. Pfizer still to the high side here. I don't see anything on CCL or any of the big airlines here, guys.
That Kodak is amazing. You got to go back to 2018 to find any kind of levels where it's trading at this morning as far as support and resistance goes. Let's bring in Arun here and we'll have a look at the overall market, see what levels he's checking out. This morning for the futures, Arun, it was a bit of a choppy mess yesterday. We're kind of back inside of that range, but 3,200 just below us here. Any kind of support down there?
Yeah, I'm looking at 3,200 going down to 3,185. That's been there for about a few days now. Well, it's going back. We've been paying attention to it a few days, but it's been building up for a while now. So 3,200 to 3,185 is the level that I'm looking at below there. Upside, it's very hard to read. This is summertime markets. This is, as a position trader where in this market, you are sitting around waiting a whole lot. Maybe scalpers can take advantage of this kind of a market, but for me, the way I trade, I've got to be patient. And unfortunately, it looks like that's exactly what it's going to be. In the last week and a half, I think I've taken one position pre-market and everything else has been after the market's open, 10, 11 o'clock. So here I am again, waiting again for something to develop. 3,200 to 3,185, that area we know is going to be decent. Up top, we don't know. 3,250 looks like it could hold a little bit, but there's not much there, so it could go right through too. So it's a matter of waiting and seeing what develops, and unfortunately, that is how summertime trades are done. So here I am waiting again.
Great stuff. Thanks so much, Arun. Obviously, some big name earnings reports coming later in the week as well. Hopefully, that'll get the market going a little bit. Wednesday and Thursday after market, big earnings to get to. This one, got to give a shout out to Neil for pointing this one out. SPPI Spectrum up on news about a cancer drug this morning. So coming back in, this was actually after market yesterday. It popped all the way up here. I would love a shot at 550 to 560, even up in this kind of range to short this thing even more. But already breaking to the downside here. The top of this kind of range in the pre-market was around that 5 area, but anything around 550 as well for SPPI, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna be maybe a little bit more aggressive on SPPI. Just looking at the aftermarket bottom here at that 515 area, and then making a bit of a level here at 5 to 505. I might take a shot in front of that price range. So call it like a 10-cent out range. Maybe give it to 520, 5/4, something along those lines. If you get it on the open, trying to bounce up there, you'll see me roll into a short around $5. Barring that, you could be looking at a 470 break here to the downside. I mean, all of the move happened after market, and then not sustaining any of that so far pre-market, finding any ramp to the upside whatsoever. So it does feel like the sell-off is inbound here in SPPI. SNGX, just quick update. I'm still in this position. I did mention that we wanted this one short, took it, and then next stop down would be that 86. We just got some out 70s. We'll get some 70s next, and then of course looking for a 250 target on the rest. I would love to be able to reload in front of 320. If we get that off of the open, look for a failed break at that price to jump into some more shares. But with 2.5 minutes to go, all I can look at in the corner of my eye is Kodak making a run to $10. So look, at some point this is going to be a fantastic short. That time is not now, guys. So massive upside play here in Kodak. Every consolidation has been a buy so far. At some point this thing's going to come back in, and it's going to be fantastic because we can short it for free, Sean.
Yeah, I ain't shorting it, but yeah, that's a good one. I don't like the short there. We'll see if it does happen, guys. I did send out a quick little list here today, the secret sauce, and a lot of activity here, a lot of comments. I asked you guys what you guys liked. There's some Afria love here, some space. I responded to you, Alex, you there. I do like, and I see it happening right now on our chat here. I like space through 25.50, maybe even a bit higher than that, 25.60, 25.65. So definitely, guys, a lot of action here. Kodak talking about breaking VWAP. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening. So find me on here and we can talk a little bit more about that. But that's just Twitter. Also, Instagram, I just noticed, guys, broke through 1,000 followers there. So thank you so much. That was yesterday. We broke through that level. So that's in about a month and a half. So I guess they are liking it. Shopify above 1010 right now. Let's see if it can get there. We only have a minute and a half left. Shopify on look, DraftKings, Intel, Apple, Carnival Cruise Lines. We didn't look at it, AMD yet, but that's going to be a look as well as we go. Shopify right now looking like a mover with only a minute to go, up 3%. Let's see if it takes out that 10 level. But look at this spread right now, guys. $3.
Yeah, with just 1 minute, Intel ticks above that 49.50. Man, I don't necessarily love these entries at this time of day, but so we take a shot. We're going to take a shot here at that 49.50 area. Maybe give it a tighter range to that 49 and a quarter level, just off the open. Sometimes you get these little fake outs, so you don't want to risk too much at this time of day and some selling jumping in on the offer. With 40 seconds to go, I'm in Intel, I'm in SNGX in the money, and looking at this Kodak, which might be testing 10 or right at the bell here, guys. And then box sell back above $3. That's heavily on watch. So the position board is correct. They're long Intel, short in SNDX. But I do believe, I thought it was going to be Valair, but I think we have, or is it Randy on the bell today?
It is.
Wow, Randy does a little bit of everything around here. I know he's a bit of a hockey fan. He was telling us about Montreal and the Leafs today. You can probably guess who I think is going to win that match.
Hopefully
Breaking that streak, over 50 years of not getting a cup. But here's the bell: 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Watching this Intel, guys. Like I said, only going to give it to that quarter. I don't want to give it too much room here.
All right, so now we're going finally. Thank you, Randy, for that lovely job, as per usual. I think if it wasn't such a good job, then it would not be Randy on the bell. So there we go. Good job. Thank you so much for that one, Randy. Killing it as per usual on that. Okay, we're going to wait for Apple. We're not in anything yet, guys. We're going to wait for Apple to pop through here. I do like CCL on the bottom side, and we're waiting for Shopify to take it out. There it goes. We are now long Shopify. 1,009. Okay, so we're long a little bit ahead of that 10 spot. That's not good. I want to be long above 10. But here we go, guys. Shopify, nice position.
Yeah, I'm already going to flush down the toilet on that Intel. Immediately taking out that 49.25. Set a warning to that long right off the open. It gives you that little fake out. So we're going to go 0 for 1. Well, technically 1 for 2 because we do have SNGX. But I want to get over to box sell. This is going to be the interesting one for me. It did consolidate lower. Of course, there's legitimate news here that they did get another extension on one of their deals with the Atlanta School Board, but I'm going to be rolling in front of that 320 to the short side. If it breaks 320, we'll go long, but for now, it's all about that short. And there goes $10 on Kodak. Couldn't even get it.
Yeah, okay, we are still long on Shopify. We're going to wait for a higher tick than where we're at right now. Shopify still long right now on that name. We're still looking for a bunch of different things here. Let's see what DraftKings wants to do. Come on, Shopify, let's go. We're now $1 in the money plus. Let's see how high Shopify wants to go. We're going to stick with this one, guys. I have an order at 10.14 here. See if we can't take a smooth $4 on this one, but let's go upside here on Shopify. Having a problem there. We got as high as 12. That's a $2 winner. Let's see if Shopify can go higher. Watch out for these futures like Arun mentioned here. Futures moving upside.
Sometimes you get your target pretty quick. We talked about 270. We got 270. 309 on that SNGX. We were rolling into this one. Plenty of time to get into it in consolidation pre-market. Get your nice return there. Next stop is going to be 250 as a target for me. See if we can get more shares out there. But Kodak's, wow. 1050 I'm looking at to the upside. BoxL broke 3, so we're going to get short in that as well. So short see SNGX in the money. BoxL looking to do the same thing. Brendan, what do you got?
Guys, overall tech and specifically semiconductors have been strong the past couple of days. Here's TSM. We talked about this yesterday. Huge move higher yesterday throughout the session, but back to the downside here. Just broke 79 on a huge volume spike. 5.5% already for TSM, guys.
Wow, TSM, I mean, that was a big mover yesterday. Shopify, we stare Shopify in the face of a $3 winner and don't take it. So we're going to get out if it breaks through 102. That should be probably coming very soon. So might take a hit on that one, but still bouncing around, so we are uncertain. I wanted to get to DraftKings, and then we got stuck up with Shopify or DKNG. Let's just see where it's going. I like 36.50. We're still hovering around. Yeah, we're not there yet. We may have to take an earlier position than that on DraftKings right now, but the only position we have on right now is that Shopify. Can't get into anything else right here. Space, Tesla. Tesla, we're looking at 1480. That could come through right now. It did touch as high as 1512. We both talked about 1510 coming through. So right now, Tesla. There goes Shopify. So Shopify flushes down. So we hide our kids, hide our wife on a 102 break there. A $8 hit there on Shopify. It's okay. Not a huge huge position. Let's see if we can't find a spot to reload.
Hey, my apologies there, Michelle. Thoughts on Space and Lemonade. We love the super chat. Thank you very much for that. Lemonade, I was watching this a couple of sessions ago, but also looking at the 75 level, missing an opportunity there. 71 is a bit of a key for me. If you want to go to the daily chart very quickly here. There we go. There's the daily chart. This is 71. If we were to break to the downside, we tried it once when it tested it the first time. I did fail. Fading into it was a better idea. The second time it breaks, I think could be a little bit sweeter. So have a look at that. If you're holding along, there is another possible chance it bases out at 68 after that. But I'd be looking to see if I could catch the short trade at 71 on Lemonade. Kodaks, I did mention I'm going to take a shot. It looks like it's going to possibly be giving me a little something here, rolling off of like $10. It just got to like almost 11 even here, 1080, and now coming back in. This is the first significant sell since it had this big ramp up. Let's see if we can take a shot at it, probably giving it back to $10. But I'm going to take a couple of shots of this to the short side. So much room to come down.
Yeah, Kodak, good one there. I don't want to take that yet short. So we'll wait to see. But yeah, I mean, up to $10, nice little spot there. Callaway, you asked about CCL. Nah, I'll pass. I'll wait until it comes back downside here. Or we get back into the consolidation. Not a bad long here. 1385, 1386 on CCL, guys. What up, Beef?
Another earnings name, guys. DHI here reported this morning, 4.25%, 4.3% even for DHI. Nice move up through 70 there at the open, but right back down. We're kind of failing here at pre-market highs, around 69.25 for DHI. This is all-time high territory, though, if you are looking at DHI, guys.
DHI, you say. Yeah, so we got out of that Shopify. Nothing else to the upside right now. We'll look at DHI in a minute.
Yeehaw action, guys. Just got that quick 962 short. Talk about rolling into something in Kodak. Just got out there at 35. So quick 27-cent scalp here. If I can take a shot, maybe getting a reload in front of 10, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Take these shares, some of them out in front of 9 even. So 1 for 1 so far in Kodak. Just sort of catching at the first sell opportunity, find a level that ended up being 10, catching a consolidation, a short one there in a short time frame. But I'll add to it if I can get like 970s, 980s. 10's going to be a stop for me. It's just incredibly strong here, to be honest with you. I even think looking at how hard it just bounced off of my order there at 925, it feels like this might actually be a breakout, a potential again at 10 even. So I will take a shot short and then maybe reverse to the long side. I just can't believe the buy action in Kodaks right now.
Yeah, Kodak.
Kodak. I keep saying Kodaks.
Big time mover there, Neil. So yeah, watch out for that one. Obviously up 270% is Kodak right now. Okay, Intel, I know, Neil, you traded that one already, but it's at 49.70 right now. So we're going to try to take, I talked about testing it at 50. I thought this is well overbought here, or well oversold. So we will test it at 50, but it's already ripped up to 50 and then turned. So that would have been a decent short up there. So we were right about that 50 level being key. Look for it again right now. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more to help you guys out just a little bit on this one. But INTC, we do have multiple charts up here if you're just looking around and saying, like, how are they making all these decisions based on one chart? But it is not. It's based on a whole bunch of charts. Okay, TSM was another one, Brendan, that you just gave us early on. 5% mover. Let's see. I mean, it's down 5%, right? So big move yesterday. Let's see if TSM wants to take out this VWAP. This level 79.60. I think we like that one for a long on TSM.
Yeah, and I did get back into that Kodak right in front of $10 here. A couple entries at that 75, 76. Takes them out at 50. We'll take them out in front of 9.25 just because last time that was a bit of a buyer there, so we're scalping 20 to 40 cents. Hopefully, we're going to catch a bigger winner here on the last third of these shares here at 9.76. If we can catch a break of 9 even, we'll get $1 on this trade. We've already taken profit on a couple of shorts that we're very happy with. So I'm going to hit the hot dog action. Didn't do it yesterday. We'll do it today. Kodak working. I didn't even talk about box sell, SNGX, shorts, all in the money here. Brennan, what do you got?
IBIO, guys, recent vaccine type play here, 5% to the downside as well. Just took out pre-market highs there around 440, but big time volume behind IBIO moving back to the upside. So one name vaccine related that hasn't really participated in that rally over the past couple of days, guys.
67.11 here. I hate shorting AMD, but it may have to come to that right now. 67, we're already down a bit here today. I don't know, the chip's getting hit today, and so if the market does fall, unfortunately, AMD has to take it down with it. AMD's been so heated. 67.10, good little breaker right now coming through on AMD. I think we should take a little bit of a short right now for sure. And there we go. We're taking a little bit right there at 25. Wow, a little bit. Bang! There it is already. Nice little little win there on AMD. Quick 20 cents there in 2 seconds. So we'll take that off, take off a third of that trade, and let's hold the rest for the downside. Wow, AMD was not expecting that kind of a move all the way down to 67, but we'll take it.
Yeah, but I want to get to box outs. The other of the shorts that I did put on, we mentioned it a couple times. We did finally roll into it at $3 here. Try to catch some more in front of this 320 top at about 305, but already going in the money. We took some out at 288. If we do get a breakdown, we'll take another leg out in front of 285, and then we're probably looking at this pre-market level here, 280, as the next stop down. It was 267 close. You're not going to get too much more than that. So if you take that 10% and put it in the bank, it's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But getting back to Kodak, a bit of a buyer here, supporting this 925. I sort of mentioned this the first time we came down here. It snapped down, had some trouble getting past this 9 to 925 area. I'm holding on to a third of it. I'm going to slide my stop here to about 950 to lock in profit. 976 we are short. I'm looking for a buck or so on this trade. If we can lock in at least minimum 25 pennies, depending on the pullback here, we're going to go ahead and do that. Brennan, what do you got?
Harley Davidson, guys. We talked about this end of the show yesterday. An earnings name from Aftermarket just popped up on the SSR list, down 10% for Hog after an earnings miss. Sliced through 27 there at the open on huge volume as well, guys.
Hog, yeah, not a good look for that name today. I thought it would be pretty good. I thought more people traveling around, hopping on those hogs, but apparently not. So Harley Davidson to the downside today right now. AMD coming back up, which is fine. We took 2 outs right down there, so now we can hold this one. But if the market comes back, AMD, guys, not a name that you want to be short, believe me. So we are going to wait to see what happens. Give it probably up to 68.15 or so up here, which is kind of this high that we topped out at. We'll give it average in a little bit, but not hold it past that number, 68.10.
Yeah, Kodak was always going to be a short here, guys, but it is starting to come back. We're going to trail this one, like I said, to that 50 area. If we hold and roll over here, I'll look to add to my position to the short side if 950 holds, and then see if we can't get that break of 9 even. So we're going to see if we can't roll it. If it does, I'm ready and locked and loaded to get an execution in. Box L's working in the money for me, but all eyes on Kodak. It's moving very, very rapidly. You look at this level 2, you're seeing crazy price action. Got to identify some levels on the fly here. 950 is the new one. Was going with 10, but now I'm using that 950 for a trailing stop, but it can't seem to hold it. We might get trailed out there. It is what it is. You know, I have a couple of shorts, a couple of wins, no home runs just yet. 50-cent wins great. I'd like to get a heck of a lot more than that at some point. Let's see if it can't retest and fail at 10 even, and we'll go with our next level for the next short on Kodak. If it actually bases out here at 9, I wouldn't roll entirely away from a long, but I'm still hunting for the shorts only.
38.36 or so on Pfizer. Let's try it. 38.36 here. This is that top. This is right where VWAP is. Pfizer reporting. Obviously, big numbers there. We take Intel long through $50. We gave this one to you early. So now we're long Intel. Let's see what happens through 50. It's had a big move right now, but let's go Intel. Nice little move to the upside. What up, B?
Another one from the pre-market, guys. Francesca Holdings here reported earnings. The story essentially smaller than expected loss. They still reported a loss, but smaller than expected. Big time flush at the open here. Looking for pops now to short on Fran, guys.
All right, there it is, guys. A nice little banger right there for you. So we hit that, and it's Superman all over the place there. Nice little win there at $50 through on Intel. A couple outs in the 20s, a couple outs in the teens. Let's see how high this thing wants to go. Again, not 100% sure what Intel wants to do here because it's been beat up the last little while. So we scalped that one out. And once again, guys, the discipline reigns supreme here. Nice little out. Let's just keep going. We're short AMD, long Intel. Kind of a crazy thing, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, that socket from yesterday, which we didn't have any shorts of it. It's actually trying to bounce back to the upside. So down 8%, trying to catch a bid. If it fails to get through this pre-market top 205, this is also the low of the day after market. If it fails here, I'm going to be jumping into the short as it retakes 195 or so, and definitely a 185 break to the downside. We can short it today. Here comes Kodak, about to break the 9 even. So I'm going to go short on a 9 even break in Kodak. Also a 185 or a rollover right here at $2 on socket.
Okay, socket. Yeah, we're still looking around, man. I mean, Intel, we hit that one like we thought we would. And then we've averaged in, look at this, guys, into our AMD, bang, bang. A couple averages in and then a nice little out there at 23. So that's a nice looking chart right there, and that's some nice setups. We did get as high as VWAP there. I said we'd give it up here. We'll have a re-look at how far to give AMD, but nice little profit taking short, and then out right there. So good trading right now for me, and I'm only short. I hope that's right on the board. Yeah, long Intel right now as us flat. Good thing we took out more than half. We took out like 2/3 of our position up on the upside here. So Intel, nice little trade here. Let's see if AMD can make the same thing happen. But I do like Intel on a breakout to the upside now, guys.
Yeah, it looks like VXRT, which I was mentioning in the chat, a couple of guys here, we're looking at that 12 level. It was a good break if it got there. It didn't. Big time juice at that level in the afternoon. Took one short off of here after having longs all the way up. But the 12 hard level, and we failed to get through at that price pre-market. Now coming back in, I'm looking at this sort of 1150 chop area to short in front of. If it retakes 11 to the downside, that could be another way to enter into this trade. But I'm now thinking shorts. You just saw in the daily chart coming all the way back in below this $10. Not a heck of a lot till they get to 8 on VXRT. So short 1150, short 11 break. Those are the two plays until I get a 12 long break upside.
Yeah, you guys all want to talk about NIO, so we could do that. We can look at some NIO right here, 1180 or so. Not a horrible spot, but it's not, NIO's not great. Intel falling down a little bit here. We did catch out of a little bit of that when we still have our AMD short as well, so that should work for us. Okay, NIO right now to the downside. We're still a little bit of ways. It's kind of nice where VWAP is here at 1180, so we'll take a quick look to see if anything happens right there. There goes Pfizer. Again, we take the stick out here, so 38.36. We are now long. We gave that one to you a while ago, and here it is, guys. A nice little 8-penny move to the upside on PFE Pfizer. Let's go.
Yeah, and still working in the money on a bunch of shorts here. We got BoxL, we got that SNGX, but I just did pump into some VXRT. Just mentioned this one in front of that 1150. It's just sort of a pullback type of trade. And the other way that I would have gotten in is an 11 area break. It's going to be an area stop, not a hard stop for me at 1150. Why? Because it's in the middle of the range here. I want to see it test this price. If we roll over, I can add to my position. If it fails, we can always get out in the 55, 60 range. So it's going to be a 12 break long side no matter what, whatever happens at that price. You will see me long on a 12 break. We're not there yet, but it's looking like a strong move to the upside. Might have to cover this one quickly here. Brendan, what do you got?
I mentioned them briefly there, guys, but cannabis companies, yeah, popping back up once again. We talked about this one yesterday. Afria, nice move to the upside, just broke $6 there in the U.S. on the NASDAQ, obviously on decent volume, guys, for Afria.
Okay, we are in now to space, Virgin Galactic at 66, so that's a nice little win. So far, it does go up 10 pennies now for us, so that's a good one. Pfizer was just ripping up to 50 there. We'll see highest spot right now for us on Pfizer. We're long, and we're long a nice spot. 10 cents now in the money on Pfizer. Intel and AMD not doing much. Virgin Galactic, nice little long, just new position alert. So we'll hit our pants down there because I can't find the air horn. That doesn't mean new position. Normally air horn does, but right now space, Virgin Galactic, a nice trade. But Pfizer right here, this is the big one, catapulting ourselves all the way up here. 48s, we take some of that out. We're long Pfizer right now. I'm going to tweet this out soon. Got a trade though, 38.36, nice little out there, 48 on Pfizer.
Yeah, one other name, Moderna news here. Of course, ABUS was the lawsuit, that action with Moderna. We just got out of that VXRT. If it goes to the upside through 10, we're going to be long through 12. Sorry, but ABUS pulling back in after a bit of a failed bounce to the upside. Another day of pressure for this stock. You've seen what's happened in the last few sessions. I'm going to be looking once again to fade it. It just tried to get back to previous levels of 450. That was a bit of a bottom in yesterday's action. Watch out for a 4 break. I'm going to be taking that to the south side here any second now in ABUS. Brendan, what do you got?
One from a week and a half or so ago. We were trading this WIMI, guys, back here on this day, and I think the day after as well on the secondary gap up. But relative volume alert here on WIMI. Just broke through $8 back to the upside, but right back down. One from a couple weeks ago, guys.
Yeah, Wimmy there. Okay, Pfizer, let's go. Let's see if it wants to break through here. I don't know. We're taking some out here. 46, 47, 48 on Pfizer. Nice win for sure as we go. But space, also a nice little win. Took some out at 74 there for 10 cents. 8 cents. We're only long 76s. So we'll wait to see if it wants to crack through 75. We could have a decent one. We're average into AMD, but we're about to get out of it. Breaking through 68 will get us out right now. No, almost breaking through 68 there. We'll wait to see, but AMD, bad average in right now. It's okay. We took a lot of shares right here at 90 or 87, I think it was. So our average price is 76. This is not going to be a huge hit at all. We did take some out on the downside, but I told you I didn't like shorting this one. Not even really sure why I didn't stick with my guns here on AMD. AMD's been such a profitable long trade the last little while that we sort of gave it up here by going short. But here we go. We're short 76s, so this could come into play still.
Wow, SPPI. Brendan giving this name right before the open.
Good job,
Big time flush through 450. It's trying to round out the bottom here at 415. Just sort of worth noting, if you look at it, it's about $1 or so away from previous support levels to the downside. So there's plenty of room to pull back in. If we get some consolidation, I would not rule out a secondary flush in SPPI here through about 420, it looks like currently. But the next thing for me is going to be an 11 even break after Kodak. Just broke through 10, couldn't even catch shares. Gonna have to cross a little bit more than you would expect on $10 stock. This heading towards 11 for a break on Kodak.
Yeah, I really hope nobody shorted that, guys. I was telling you, I was pounding the pavement on those shorts. Pick your spots, like Neil has been doing. I said AMD would be a loser. NEPA comes all the way back. We get some out 70s, 76s. I mean, it still could blast through, but thank God we're able to take some profits out there and not worry about it any longer. So that's a good one. And then here we go as well. Pfizer out a decent amount there at 53. So it does break through 50s. We get our wish. A bunch of wins today, guys. Pfizer space moving against us right now. AMD coming back to the downside. Our average price now is 89. I told you we loaded up here, so let's wait to see. Love for it to break down through VWAP, but we do need these futures to come crashing down. So let's get out of some Pfizer and let's see what happens with these futures, guys.
Yeah, rolling over a socket. We're going to see if we can't get some shares in that, but I want to get you guys back to my SNGX. It's basically rounding into a 270 bottom range. We gave this as one of our targets. If it pulls back in front of 3, we'll start rinsing and repeating, loading back in. Our price here is 309, so we're getting better than $3 in the short. Now we'll probably have to accept taking 290s to 295, which we'll do. 25 cents worth of a scalp on a $3 stock while we're sitting in a bigger trade. Fine by me. Brennan, what do you got?
AMKR, another earnings name, guys, from aftermarket yesterday. Nice pop for AMKR in the aftermarket up to 15. We opened higher, but yeah, straight back down here, just bouncing off 14.55 right now. AMKR overall earnings were good. Deutsche Bank even increasing their price target on this one today, but straight to the downside.
Good job, Deutsche. Yeah, okay, coming back to the downside here is AMD, which is a nice one. We did dump our Intel for basically flat. We make all that money, get out, taking some shorts here. We are not short on Intel. I'm just going to cancel all my orders here. Those purple arrows, not short, but we'll wait to see here as the market kind of fading back down here just a little bit. Pfizer was nicely in the money. We took it out for the majority of them. So now we have to watch and see. We are long at 38.36 here on Pfizer. But look at the market, man. Just puke city right now. So watch out for 38.30, 38.15 on the downside. But let's lighten up some because we're hella short right now, everything. We just get into Intel. Nice little alert there. 1480 breaks. So now we're short. Sorry, Tesla. What am I talking about? Not Intel. Look at this. Not good. We're basically going to be short right at the bottom here. This is the problem. You put your orders in and you don't pay attention. But watch out for Tesla to the downside right now.
Absolute roller coaster here on the 11 break of Kodak. Able to get some at 06. We're out all the way up until an 11.30 top. I got them all out in front of 11.25 for the quick scalp. I'm going to hang on to the last quarter here that we got at 06. See if we can't give it a little bit of room to about maybe 10.80, 10.75 to see if it actually makes a run to 11.50. But the way this is trading up to 74 million already, we're going to be in and out like a ninja the same way we were at the short top. Not really looking to hold longs too big here. Not this far up. Not when we're up, 300% plus at this moment. So we'll give the last little bit to 10.80. Make sure we lock in some profits. But it looks like it already went. So you get 3/4 of it out for the win. We'll take a hit on the last quarter looking for the home run trade. But overall, picking our spots in Kodak, and we have gone 3 for 3, 2 shorts, 1 long. But I do need to get over to what has been one of the best stocks this morning. It's going to be SNGX, and one of those. It's not to say that these are easier trades, but the structure of them on these pullbacks can be relatively simple when you find a level. We talked about 320. We talked about shorting and getting out in front of the 85, getting out in front of 70. Just broke 70s. Got some out there at 267. So a quick, 42 cent win on this name. Still holding on to some shares. 250 the ultimate target. If we get a 50 penny plus winner, we'll be very happy on the last 15%.
Yeah, and damn it, Pfizer. We were really hoping that Pfizer would make its way back up, but it's not really. So we are going to get some out on this one. Our biggest worry right now, I don't know if it's a worry or not, but we're short right here. $5 out right now on Tesla. We're going to get lighter if it does break above 1490 here. We'll lighten up. Here it comes right now. We'll lighten up on that spot. Look at this big drop down. It just followed the futures, man. It just came all the way down. Now it's trying to make that move back upside. So Tesla right now looks to be a loser, and it probably will be as we're only a couple bucks away from getting out. Need these futures to turn on a dime here and start heading southbound. pronto. But AMD right now, wow, what a win for AMD. That's the big one right there. We'll hit the chicken dinner winner for this, guys. We're 80 cents now in the money on AMD. We're making everything on AMD and losing it all back on Tesla right now. But AMD, bang, what a crash. That's worth a floss, guys.
Yeah, and floss it off. I like it. We'll keep the floss on. No need to hit another button for you there. We just got some box sell out. Again, one of those short retracement trades. We gave you the $3 level we're looking at to short. We talked about 320 as well to the upside as an out. You can use 310 if you like it. But now rolling to the downside. We just got some out in front of 280. So a quick win there with 16-cent win on the 299 short. We'll take some more out in front of 275. Look, ultimately, at previous close, 267. I'll be all out if we get that price. Brendan, what do you got?
Overall, the market trying to make new lows here, guys. 3M, another earnings name. They missed, down 5%. Just broke day lows there. 155 got taken out in a volume spike, guys, for 3M.
Another earnings play there. Not necessarily as exciting a stock as I would, love to be trading normal days, but I think today worth a look. Worth mentioning, I don't know if we talked enough about this, but the Fed two-day meeting, probably not going to change rates, but sometimes you will see some sideways action. Although the way the futures are looking to this 3,200, hopefully we get a break to the downside. I'm sitting only in some shorts, and ABUS, I'm going to take the same one here. If it breaks 4, it failed the first time at 395, so watch very closely here. If it breaks, I'm going to get short. If it does immediately reverse at this bottom, I might just get out very, very quickly. If it takes that level, I might add to my position short at 395. So ABUS, of course, related to Moderna with that lawsuit, but I'm going to look for the short here at $4. 430 is going to be sort of a breakout potential trade to the long side, but right now only looking short in ABUS.
Man, we got out there of 2/3 of our Tesla as it takes out 1490, and now we go into the money $2. So ho-hum there. We get a bad out. I mean, it's not a bad out. It's where we wanted it. I'm not sure why I didn't put it up here where these wicks were. We probably would have got out anyways, 1492. But let's just wait to see, man. If these futures fall down like they're doing, I think we should have a nice little trade here on Tesla. Very similar, guys, to what we're talking about with AMD. Big win, like average in, and then bang, taking it out now for a decent winner. Space, though, not a decent winner. We have it long here. We took a little bit out. We're trying to hold this one through a 25 break, but right now we're averaging some out. It's been just a flip-floppy day for us right now. Tesla will tell the story. If it wants to go back upside, then it won't be very nice. But 1478, trying to make that new bottom. Let's watch out for the futures. Tesla really strong here, man. Futures falling and Tesla not. So watch out here. There might be something up with Tesla, guys.
Yeah, check out DraftKings falling off for just a little bit here. Just noticing this 35 level, it just got broken. I was looking at yesterday's price action just so you can see 34 was an afternoon bottom. Might pick up a little bit of support at that 34 price, but below this 35, 34, 60 or so was another level in the afternoon. I'm going to be seeing if we can't fade into something 34. If 35.50, I think would be that level. Of course, mentioning that in the pre-market, Sean, but I think on the downside, you can now use it as a bit of a resistance level if you get any kind of a pop to the upside on DraftKings. I'd probably reverse at 50s, but I'll take a shot shorting it before I do that.
Okay, we are short. We're short again here on Tesla. So let's just see what happens here with Tesla. We took some more short up here at 90. We saw the fail before. Let's see if the futures want to come back down on Tesla right now. Intel, for some reason I have 10 shares of this. So I don't know. We'll just dump this. Like I said, not really making any sense. We'll just dump the Intel shares there for a loser. That one falls down. Let's see how far down though. AMD wants to continue to go. It's made a nice move back upside. We'll cover this very, very soon. And what a move on AMD, Brendan.
Another one, recent mover here, guys. Heat Biotech, HTBX to the downside again today, 18%. Yeah, look at the volume coming in here through $2. Was bouncing along $2. Finally flushed, but big time bids, and looks like a lot of support underneath $2 for HTBX, guys.
I don't know. I'm not buying it. It's done 11 million shares. I think it can chew through some of those bids after that $2 break. I'm going to look to start getting involved short side on HTBX. I like these when they start coming back to the downside. And this has been, like 5 or 6 sessions in a row, and it's got room to about $1.20 to $1.40 on a longer term. So it is what it is. I'm going to take my shots here, shorting any pop into 2, give it maybe the VWAP or a little bit higher than that. But I'm not those bids. I don't think they can withstand the pressure to the downside that I'm seeing right now in HTBX. So I'm going to get involved in the short. Already got SNGX, socket, and box sell. Add this to the list, HTBX, and here comes another push upside. 1130 would be the high of the day on Kodak. If it can't get through there, I'm going to take one more shot short in front of it. But HTBX is one I'm hunting right now.
Yeah, and Pfizer continues to drop downside as well. Tesla almost went into the money. We're going to give it up here, 493, 494, 1494 or so. Tesla been trying to chase this short, but you see what the market's doing. It's starting to head upside, and I thought that there might have been something up with Tesla today, as it seems to be pretty strong. So once again, we get out right there again at that top. So it just keeps taking us outside, up on the outside there. We're going to hold a little bit once again, probably give it to about 1500 here, Tesla, because I don't know. I think the market will still fail here. Let's wait to see, because right now we're almost out of all of our AMD. What a good move that was, all the way to the downside. Now we just head up. I got to make sure I cancel some of these limit orders that I have here for stops, because the AMD could get stopped out soon.
Yeah, MNOV, a bit of a miss here to the downside. Another stock that is rolling over after, some ridiculous, well, I shouldn't say ridiculous, but a parabolic move to the upside. Now starting to come back in. It's also got some room. However, you are seeing it below that $8 level. It already put in a $1 move to the downside here. I'm now looking at that Kodak. It's holding 11. We did get into HTBX, so a new position alert there. Looks like everything is correct there to the short side. Boxel and SNGX in the money. Socket and HTBX out a couple of pennies. We're definitely going to be giving them some more room. A name that we didn't talk about, but I'm going to right now, IBIO. Tried to flush off the open into $4. That was the level I'd like to break to the downside. Thank you, Valeria, for the reload on the coffee. If it holds it here, fair enough. I might actually take a bit of a long trade in front. It tried to bounce up, but it's going to be a short through 4. It's going to be a long in front of that price level as it puts in a higher low. We like those higher lows when they get put in. We'll take one shot for our first long of the day in IBIO, but if it breaks 4 even, I'll be both out and short on this name, guys. That's over on the Amex, by the way. So 413, 414. We're looking to get into this one IBIO, giving it 15 cents to the bottom.
68.07 here. We'll get out. But AMD, thank you so much for that one. AMD, a big chicken dinner winner. But we're giving it all back on Tesla, though. So Tesla today, we've just been fighting that short. We're short again in front of 15. Let's see what happens at 1500, man. We just took another short here at 96. I'm a huge Tesla bull. It's like I own the stock, I love the stock, but I just shorted it in front of 15 and been shorting it all day here. This was a cascading move all the way down, and we took the bottom. That's sort of what started everything. So we'll see now. Short 1494.25. That's right where we're at the bid here. So we'll see. We could probably take a little bit of a winner, but we're going to hold this for a little bit more downside. I don't know. Can we test back here? 1484, 1483. We'll see.
Yeah, and once again, you're seeing some consolidation in Kodak, and it looks like it's going to try to make its run at the high of day. As it tries to do that, I'm going to dip into the short side again if I can here. On Kodak, it's been a couple of tries at it, and I just feel like I can't live with myself if I don't take another shot here. I just saw it slip down about 10 pennies or so, and then immediately someone just bought it right up through the high. So it's just ridiculous price action. Someone was waiting for that dip to see if it can't make a run at the top. So we'll get in and probably immediately out if it breaks past about 1140 or so. It just tested the top. It just broke that 1140. So unbelievable price action. It was hard to see on the level too, but I jumped into this short. It was a bit of a fake out. As someone took it down to 95, I slipped in and then immediately goes down 10, 15 pennies, and the buyer stepped right back up at the same price with an iceberg. That prompted some buying, and now you're getting another test of the high. So first losing trade on Kodak is to the short side. I feel like, no loss on the longs. We're 2 for 3 on the shorts. And I feel like I still want to go short one more time. But it's 10 o'clock, and we need to get back to Brendan at the big screen for Happening Now.
Hey guys, let's have a look at North American markets here. Just note as well, 10 a.m. we talked about consumer confidence, 92.6 versus 94.3 expectations. So a bit of a miss on that consumer confidence number. S&P 500 to the downside, 0.37% there. You can see NASDAQ among the leaders here, 0.54 for the composite, the 100, 0.66% to the downside. If we come down here to the Russell, small caps leading as well, 0.04 leading to the upside. That is strength. Was a bit of a reverse of yesterday. These were very, very weak yesterday. TSX here in Toronto, 0.2% to the downside. In Brazil, they're basically flat, 0.07% in positive territory. All about cannabis companies today. I wanted to show you Canopy here. Weed in Toronto. We talked about CGC in the U.S. 24. Big time all-time level on the daily chart. You go up to 24.50 resistance on wheat here in Toronto as well. But yeah, 5.25% for Canopy so far today. Canadian Natural, some of the energy names to the downside today, 1.67% after nice moves yesterday higher. So energy names coming back in a little bit. And Afria as well. We talked about 5% for Afria as well. Also, obviously, in the cannabis space, guys. Back over to you.
Oh.
Thank you, Brendan. Just going to get to a few more shares in front of that box L. Sorry, not box L, IBIO in front of 4 even. It's going to be a reverse at the low of the day, but VXRT here, we took one hit trying to fade this one short. It did break the pre-market high. I was not interested in that entry. It's the $12 level from yesterday that we've been talking about all morning long, and I think that's going to be the potential breakout price. Fading into it might give you an entry here, somewhere in the 1060 to 1075 range. Maybe give it back down to like 30s or 40s if you want to be early. Otherwise, all about that 12 even break, which I'm already locked and loaded, ready to go with on that trade. IBIO, I just mentioned, trying to pick up some more shares in front of 410, unable to do so. We'll see if we can't get a little bit more aggressive on that long. It's the only long that I'm looking for on these small caps, but obviously VXRT is going to be one through that 12. Every time it tests it, if we fail lower, I will probably take another stab at the short, but for now, only looking to the upside.
All right, let's take some profit out here on Pfizer. We dumped a little bit on the downside. We were waiting for a 38 break. That doesn't happen, so we still get 38, 36s right now. We'll wait for some 55s now to the upside. I just keep shorting Tesla, and there it is. So now we're done. We've lost a couple $100 on that one, so we'll pass now. We just short all the way up. It's like $5 or $6 hits, but they're small cuts. So we'll wait to see. I don't mind it though on the downside once again, but it has to start breaking some key levels. Like right there, like I get out at 07, and now it's right back to 04. So that's what's going to happen there. Let's take one more shot. Oh God, now it's breaking down to 01. So there we go. Bad little trade there on Tesla. We got out at the very top once again and got in at the very bottom. So today's been a roller coaster for us on Tesla, needless to say, but all good on that one. There was another stock that I was looking at. I can't remember what it is right now, but I heard we are getting ready. Well, Afria, that's another one. Afria, Mr. Weedman is in the building here. Again, Afria is on the NASDAQ. There it is. 598, up another bit here today. Broke through 6. Brendan brought us that when that happened. Now you're starting to fade back through 4 and a bit percent here on Afria, guys.
Yeah, just worth noting CCL here bouncing towards that little upside. I'm looking at that 1420 top, not because I see a 4, 2, and a 0, but just seeing it under pressure. It's sort of bouncing off of this little kind of support or previous support area at the same price. So I'm looking at a scalp for a 1420 break. I'm not expecting a home run trade, but we'll see if we can't just start making some clips away at it to the upside. If I'm not going to be shorting it, we'll see if we can take advantage of the tiny bounce that it has right now. Brendan has something for us.
Another one to add to the cannabis list for today. Tilray, guys, up 5.3% as well. Just had a volume alert there. Through 775 as we made day highs. So a nice look on its way back to $8. In a bit of a messy zone, though, if you go out to a daily chart on Tilray, guys.
Yeah, and sort of just to finish the thought on CCL, one of the reasons why I said just scalping through these breaks is like a messy zone. If you go to yesterday's action to the downside between this 1410 and this 1425, and this is one of those regions where I think it's scalp city until you break out of it, and then there's some clear sailing to the upside, guys. And then from there, maybe you can think about a home run style trade. Otherwise, if it creeps in, you're looking to get in and out, take your cuts there to the upside if you can. Otherwise, CCL, the market is kind of sideways. It's trying to push up. It's running into a little bit of chop that's worth it on maybe even a pullback. But I got to go back over to that HTBX, guys. We did add this one to our shorts side trading. It just did a pop to 2 even. I do already have some shares here at $1.91. As we just failed at 2, we're going to roll back in. I like to catch some of these entries on the way down as opposed to on the way up. It's just a way of mitigating a little bit of risk. That way, if you're standing in front of a train, it's with less shares. But as it starts to bounce off of these levels, you can catch some. But if you miss the move, you miss the move. I'm going to be adding here at 97, 98 in front of this $2 even area and VWAP on HTBX. Box L still working in the money, and same thing with SNGX. 40 pennies. We've already taken a lot on that one, and I am looking for 50 to 60 on the last little bit of those shares.
Okay, and Tesla again comes out. I don't know what to do here. 1508. We'll try. I think we're going to try one more time here on Tesla and see if we can't get this right on the short side. We'll probably miss it now. And now it'll go down, and we don't have any shares. So let's wait to see here. Tesla, yeah, we missed it again. So we'll see here downside. Oh man, like we just get out at 06, down to 02, 01s again. I think Tesla should be able to fall here. It just doesn't want to. So what I want doesn't necessarily mean that's what's going to happen. Oh come on. all of these shorts would now be in the money, but we've been blown out of them. So we'll wait to see now. Tesla looks like it wants to finally break downside. So good on you, Tesla. 1501, 1502 right now. I'm going to try to get another short, though, on board like I do right now. Short Tesla waiting for 1508 to break, and that'll be it, guys, I promise.
Yeah, I feel like one name that we haven't talked about is Nikola. Another flush to the downside here. It's trying to put in, well, attempting to put in a higher low off of a 3170 level. Worth keeping in mind, of course, when you go to the daily. These are all fresh bottoms here at 2930, the actual new low below the open price. So it's trying to make some consolidation and possibly ramp back up, but it's going to need to break out from here first before taking a crack at that 35 from yesterday. Brennan, what do you got?
CNX Resources, guys, 6.25% here. So there's CNX Resources, there's CNX Midstream. So CNX Resources picking up the remaining shares they don't already own of CNX Midstream. So CNX Resources here, 6% to the upside on decent volume today as well, guys.
All right, all right. There goes Pfizer. Nice little run. Yeah, so we gave Tesla another run. Oh, come on. And then we get out here at 1510 again, and now it drops down to 1507. So Tesla just wants to keep on going upside, guys. I keep getting blown out, even though I probably should still be in it, but it would be too much risk for me if I still held these. But once again, Tesla goes upside, so we get out. 29 penny win right now on Pfizer. So I like to trade this stock. It's typically not a great day trading stock, but on earnings and with all this news here, yes, sir, this is a big win once again for Tesla. Pfizer, not for Tesla. Tesla would be if we still held it, but we did not. Pfizer, nice little 31-cent winner, guys. Let's keep the move on Tesla, on Pfizer. Keep going.
Yeah, I see you, Marcus, talking about one of our members, a longtime member. Thank you for pointing out Kodak. I mean, this is usually a name that we're looking to get involved in. Nice little volume bump to the upside on the way up. A bit of a $1.50 move. It is coming back in. If you sort of look at this 2250 level, that could be a nice little area for some consolidation. It's been in a very, very steady climb, so I think buying dips is not a horrible strategy for it. The reason I look at that 2250 even area, just sort of a previous resistance a couple of sessions ago, and a bit of a top there. So if it wants to try to round out above, I'll try a little dip buy in front of that 2250 on Kodak's already put in a move, but sustaining the volume. I like you. We'll see if we can catch this little pullback once we get a consolidation at some point. As for me, box L to the short side, SNGX and socket. But that HTBX is testing too, and then I look at it out of the corner of my eye here. We got about 193 to the short side. Could lose 10 pennies if we get a break of $2. But Kodak's firmly on the radar for me. If I can get any lower, I mean, 290, that's not a horrible entry point. I can take a small amount here, but I want more shares in front of that 2250 area that I like better.
Okay, CCL moving around as well, and it looks like Pfizer does, or Pfizer. Now I'm confusing Pfizer and Tesla. It looks like Tesla does want to take out that 1510. So yeah, we'd be screwed either way right now at this point. But Brendan, give us some few more names with the upgrades and downgrades, buddy.
Yeah, I like that look on Tesla to the downside. I'll show you in a second here over bottom corner there. Yeah, a couple of price target decreases as we were talking about for Tesla today. So on this board, on that side of the story so far, DKS, nice little move off the open, right back down though. Facebook getting a price target increase today. Hasn't really done much, a little down move off of the open. Avery Dennison as well, the leader so far to the upside on an upgrade today. My board, there we go. Wasn't working there, but yeah, Facebook, little flush off the open. 234 to 231. We're kind of back in this range from yesterday afternoon. A bit of a chop fest so far for FB getting a price target increase. First Energy, I wanted to show you this one. A lot of news around this one lately. We're talking about that bribery scandal back last week, but catching a downgrade today, moving higher despite of that. So 29 held here at the open. We're up to almost 30 for First Energy, guys. Back over to you.
All right, here's CCL 1421. Let's take that break. I know, Callaway, you were talking about it earlier down here was a good one. So let's take the 1420 break and see what happens on that one. I did want to get back to Tesla 1507. It looks like I'm debating this double top up here, triple, quadruple top, whatever you want to call it. Let's just start a position right now and see if we can get filled on the offer. That's me right there. So now we are short ahead, 15. what is it, 1506.90 right now. So we're going to give it to all the way to the top here. Most likely going to be another loser, so don't take this with me. But we are going to see just how many times this wants to come to the top. 1510, 1511 will be our break spot right now. So flat right now on Tesla, like my best position ever. We'll wait to see if it comes back to the downside, see about breaking VWAP, and then honestly, man, if we can do that, then I do think there's potential down here, 1490X. But we haven't been right, so let's wait to see what Tesla does want to do here. Like here, it goes right down in the money, $2. But we need a little bit more than that to make back what we had lost. So
I'm going to use yours here. Hit the air horn. I thought it was going to be a slower day today. I found myself in a lot of positions. So new position alert. I did get that Codex in front of that 2250. We got 86s. Not the best price. I think I maybe forced it. Could have had 70s to 75. Well, 75 to 78 if I was a little more patient. And I'm watching this VXRT. Don't worry about it, guys. I'm still looking at that level to the upside. But 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 6 positions on. A couple of longs, mostly shorts to the downside. We're looking at here. It's been wild and active if you're looking at the right names. But we need to get to Valeria, who has a little something for us.
Thank you, Neil. Hello, trading family, and welcome everyone who joined us for the first time. Please subscribe to this channel and join our live trading show every day at 9 a.m. And if you want to support us even more, please, you can find join button next to subscribe, or you can join our membership at the link I'm sending on the chat. And guys, your support is so important to us. Please show your love and smash the like button. I'll see you later, and back to traders.
And we will go arrows up for the net. It's an arrow down for SNGX there, as we just got out in front of that 250. We talked about this one consolidating lower right before the open here. You were able to get in several times if you like it. We got a 309 was our best price in. Our first entry was at 305, and our last exit is down here at 259. So clean 50 penny winner on the last of those shares. And of course, we like these trades. Now throw them in with the fast movers. Certainly, you get that consolidation. Never even threatens you since the open. There was one pullback, but you had to catch that in the first 5 minutes when so many things were going on for me. I did miss that reload, guys. I'm going to try and do something old school because there's a lot of positions to try and work over with here. Let's go to the position board, and why not? I got box L still short side at 299. That's in the money for us. Only about 8 cents or so, but we got a little more than that the first time through. Codex, we just grabbed that long in front of 250, 86. We got short HTBX and socket and long in IBIO. IBIO has been sort of a flattish trade, but it's long in front of that $4 level. If it breaks out, I'm reversing to the short side. Brendan, what do you got?
INSG, guys, in Seago. Never heard of this one, but apparently it's a 5G company. There's a bit of a note out on this company this morning in regards to how it's going to benefit from 5G technology coming into play. So big pop this morning on INSG, 8% here on Monster relative volume, guys.
Monster.
All right, and this is why I say, guys, don't follow me on Tesla, because we did have an $8 winner here as it goes right to VWAP, and we don't take it out like I said I would, and now it's going to be a $5 loser breaking through 15.12. So there it goes right now, Tesla back to the upside. So not sure about this one, but yeah, it's ripping up to that 15.20 level as we speak right now. So we're going to wait to see what happens here with Tesla. Still moving to the upside goes this beast of a stock. That high side right there, 15.15 is where it stopped. But the market just continues to want to go. Like, I'm shorting Tesla into this, right? So that's why into the mouth of the dragon right there. Tesla still moving upside right now, guys. This has been a bad day for me on that one. Just keep shorting it. Donkey Kong not near any levels for me yet. CCL, big time win for that one. Nice little win there. We'll hit the cowbell. We told you we'll go long for. Bang! There it is. We're back and we're alive right now off a nice little CCL trade here, guys. Booming this one to the upside. 10, 12 pennies now. Keep going up, CCL. Let's go.
And I'm going to take one more step. You just kept mentioning, stepping in front of Tesla, and for the second time, I'm going to step in front of Kodak here at 1150. This time, it is trying to roll over, so I'll take one more shot here. At some point, you have to give up the ghost, but look at the level 2 action. A similar story every time it pops down to 25. Bit of a buyer that sort of markets it up to 1040. So I'm going to use 1050 as a bit of an out. I think it's just a better level here to see what can happen. And if it hangs into this range, it consolidates long enough, maybe I'll add into my position position. But otherwise, you're looking for a break of 11. I'm not going to get anything out until we get a break of 11. And there we go. As I say it, there goes 11 even to the downside. I got 11.18 on my short position. We'll see if we can take out about 30 cents as the first level, and then work this one out to the downside in front of 10.50. So Kodak rollover finally working out to the downside. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. We'll slap shot it off. Why? Because the Leafs are going to win tonight. Brendan, what do you got?
Downside hold here on Fran. The other one, Francesca, big mover in the pre-market, guys, on earnings. They reported smaller than expected loss, but volatility halt to the downside on FRAN, guys.
Yeah, I see that Tesla shorts need to die. Yeah, they probably do need to die. And if they do, then I'm going to get crushed because right now we take another position here. And look, this is not like another, I mean, it's an average position right now. So our short is 15.12, as you guys can see on the board. So we're right back to in the money. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, if Tesla can come back down here again, let's take some out here at 15.03 if we can get that. But we're going to put a bid to make sure that we don't miss it. 15.03 this time on Tesla because we did miss this. We wouldn't even be, like, this would be a nice winner here if we got out of this one, but we keep on holding Tesla. CCL, beautiful outs up here now. We only have a third left, out 32s and 31s. That was a good trade. So let's see how far Carnival wants to fall now. We still have a third of our position on board, so we'll work out of it right now, and basically it's all about Tesla for me, guys.
Yeah, and once again, we'll hit the nice little money action on Kodak. It's been a good trade overall. Look, I'm slipping in and out very, very quickly here because you are still seeing a bit of an upward trend. I mean, space it out and you can see putting in higher lows all the way through, but rolling over, failing to get to 12 even. We got consolidation lower, same sort of setup that we tried here earlier at about the same price at 11, this time at 11.18, and we do get the win. So we got our last shares out there for about a 50-cent win. I'm at this point basically scalping 25 to 40, 50-cent winners on Kodak. At some point, you might think there's going to be a $1, $2 move in downside, and hopefully we'll catch it. But the way it's moving right now, I think if I hunt for that, still too much exposure the way this is ramping up, and there's buyers that are marketing this up every now and then, 10, 20 cents at a time. I don't want to get caught in one of those moves. As for Codex, I feel like as we're making money in Codex on this little pullback, buy the dips type trade, might be flushing me out at that 22.50. It did hold one time. So that's the level we're looking at here, but if it doesn't hold the second time, I'm going to have to dump this one and get away from it. I like the pullback trade. The trend has been good overall in Kodak and the daily chart, so maybe there'll be a later on long, but if it breaks 22.50, no mas. I'll be all out of that one. Got to cut those losers off at some point. 22.50 is my stop out on Kodak.
Yeah, and here we go, guys. Everything ripping to the upside. My out's going to be here. Oops, that's Tesla. My out's, I mean, that's a good trade on CCL for sure. CCL and Pfizer, big time trades today for me. Tesla, once again, guys, it goes all the way down into the money, $3 or $4. But whatever. I mean, we're going to take another hit here if it does break above 15.20, guys. Tesla, that's a spot that we've been waiting for that to break. Unfortunately, the futures try to come back down, and then they just go right back upside. So you can't fight the beast into this like we keep talking about, and I've just been doing that one. So right now, guys, 15-20 breaks. We're going to be out of Tesla, and then I said I wouldn't keep trading it, but we kept doing that, and a couple $100 later, we're done. So let's wait to see now. There goes 15-20, and there it is, breaking and out. So once again, another flush down the toilet here on Tesla. Everything else positive today. Tesla, not so much.
Yeah, and HTBX, it does break that too, so that one will flush down the toilet. But there goes the break on VXRT. That's the one I got up here. I just grabbed it through the 12 even break. I tried a little pullback action at 11.98, 11.99. It never really snapped back to give me that second entry point that I like so much. But it is what it is. That kind of means it's going in the money for us right away here. 06 we got slipped to. There was a bit of a seller that filled everybody up if you did want it. I'm looking at the quarter first stop. Marcus, there's the bang. You could have faded into this one. I'm disappointed in myself for not at least trying, but I did like it more like 11.50. It never quite got there. VXRT, this 12 break we're waiting all morning for. But we also have our small cap recap right now with Brendan Wickens.
Let's jump into small cap world, guys. Few to get through here, so we'll go quick. SPPI, we talked about just before the open. I mentioned this 550 area. Disregard that wick, didn't happen. It was a dark print, but didn't get anywhere near that. Obviously, you could use this consolidation around 5 as a bit of an out. This is now trading through $4, so $1 to the downside available there on SPPI this morning. Would have loved that 550 test as well. We'll shift over here to Box L. Yeah, 320 I had written down, 3 320 up to 340. So anything, again, a move into that area would have been a decent opportunity to load up, but nice move down downside here, 280, 275 available for you there. Yeah, I mentioned this one, Fran, halted downside. Looks like we opened lower, so I'm going to have to get back to my desk here, but has to hold 9. If it's below 9, nice look for Fran. We're trying to get through this consolidation right now around 750. Guys, back over to you.
Ooh la la, Fran time.
You short there, Fran? I thought we actually didn't. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look for some locates on Fran. Did get some shares out on VXRT, so we'll pop a cheer for that one up towards that 12.25. Got to 22 so far. I am still looking to buy a bit of a dip on this potential bigger breakout, and VXRT has been coming back in. I just like the fact that it's made a bit of a bottom here in the daily and trying to ramp back up. If you look to a couple of sessions ago, 1250 area was the nice little close price and some afternoon action, so that'll be the next stop for me out in front of 1250 in the event of a 1225 break. We like those quarters, we like those 50s. We also like those levels that we can identify in the higher time frame. So nice trade so far, so good on VXRT, except for the pullback, which I would have liked. Maybe we'll get it here. Kodak's, it just seems like it's teasing me here in front of this 2275 area, but below 50 we're going to have to get out of it. Doesn't seem like it's got the juice left in it. VXRT looks like by far the better runner at this point.
Yeah, VXRT, I haven't looked at any of those today, which I probably should be. AMD, a big chime win here for me today. This is my top stock, AMD today for sure, and then Pfizer. So we're looking upside right now on AMD. Keeps wanting to break through 69 here, guys, and wow, if it can do that, then that's a nice little move. AMD, a big time move for us today. Intel was a little sloppy. We did have a nice little long there. Now Intel's coming back in, faded throughout. What up, B?
One from way back when, guys, Yandex. We haven't talked about Yandex for quite some time, but Yandex reported nice looking daily chart, but gapping to the downside after they missed on earnings, but just broke day highs there to the upside. So still in negative territory, but very strong intraday for YNDX, guys.
Yeah, not that he's watching, but shout out to Kirill Furshine there from BCS America, giving us mad amounts of Yandex trades. Back
he gave some fantastic. We've had before we do guests of the day, we used to have some market experts on there, and he gave us some fantastic calls on Yandex. I just got into some shares at IBIO, and it was. Look, it's just breaking above this level right here. You can see 419, you can see VWAP. So as it takes out that level, I start getting out 10% at a time. It just so happens to be at 420 that we just covered. I'll work this one all the way upside towards this 450 high of day. I do expect it to fail shy of that. Breakout potential at 450 if it ever does. But I'm very likely to be all flat in IBIO if it gets anywhere close and rolling into a short in front of 450 first. We talked about getting this long in front of this higher low. Apologies. One mistake made here is you're trading this higher low at 406 off of this 4 even bottom. Should definitely be loading up here at 407, 408. Could have got picky. I was only long in front of 410. Could have had a better price by a couple of pennies. That makes a bit of a difference on these small caps. But as it works its way up to 435, 440, we'll get flat all the way up and then roll into a short in front of that 450 level. VXRT still can't break 1225. When it does, we'll take some more shares off to the upside.
Yeah, VXRT, good trading there. We're looking back at Shopify here, 989. That one coming to the downside. See, why is it still showing Yandex? Shopify there, still up that 1.37%, but definitely making a move to the downside now is Shopify. So watch out if you are trading that one. We're just in a few other things here. We'll continue to look. Just space right now. Sure, it's the final frontier. 25 even, looks like it's going to break. This has been another one of our, big move down. This is going to be another one of our losers. We tried space. We're going to have to look at DraftKings again because I know that one's moving around, and we do like some DraftKings up in here. So let's try to find a good spot to hit that one. But right now, space not working out. DKNG. You know what I got to look at too? Smile Direct. Smile Direct is a name that we haven't looked at in a bit. I know, Neil, come on, Charlie.
I usually used to like that stock.
34. Yeah, that was a good one at $7 or $8. We'll check out Smile Direct in a couple seconds. DraftKings back up to VWAP. Not much. Sorry, Neil.
Sorry, no, just a little frustrated with this Codex. And, the reason why is one thing that I talk about getting these sort of levels, when you talk about a 2250 on the way back in, if you're patient, and patience is part of being disciplined here. So, we talk about winners, losers. things we do right, things we do wrong. It should have let it at least bounce off of 2250 and leave myself an entry point for on the way back up. And then that way I'm getting something in the 65.70. When the level holds, there's more confidence, your price is better. Now if it fails at 23, this looks awful because I'm having a maximum loser of about 40 to 50 cents on Codex depending on slippage, when it could have been half that with a more disciplined entry point. The upside is the same, taking some out in front of the high and looking for a high-end break. So overall, your downside in that action, of course, would mean if it bounces off and goes too fast, or doesn't even test 2250, you don't get the full amount of shares on. But in this event, you'd be much better off, and also the risk is a little bit lower. IBIO continues to go into the money, but our good friend VXRT, on the other hand, that seems to be running into some resistance. It's chopping up here between 1220 and 1225. This could be the first pullback opportunity. I'd look at this one in the 1190 range here to at least take one shot, but I don't want to dig in too deep. That does have a bit of a fail break hint to it if it can't get through that quarter, guys.
Yeah, okay. The only position we have on right now is space. So we're going to wait for that. McDonald's off earnings as well, coming through today, 196. So they're going to head downside. Like, come on, charts. We're down 2% right now, so not a huge move down for McDonald's, but you do have that bottom 196.30 can come into play at any time. So watch out there if you are a short McDonald's right now. I like it for sure. So watch out here, 197, 196. VWAP all the way up here at 198. Something definitely to talk about here with McDonald's making that move now to the downside. Watch out for these futures. I mean, how dare I? I mean, I lost $700 right now on Tesla making that move. So not a great trade there, but 1521 looking to come back into play. Dare I short this again? I think I ought to stay disciplined, Neil, and say no.
Yeah, but that's what it's all about. You got to stay disciplined. We talk about it all the time. You know what, to be honest with you, Sean, I don't know if we've done a video about sort of, that aspect of risk management. But today coming up on our Market Wisdom channel, we do have trading earnings season. And obviously this week, 1/3 of the S&P 500 reporting. The big boys are coming, Alphabet and Apple, later on this week at Thursday after market. So we're going to be dropping one of our Market Wisdom videos education-wise on this hot topic, earnings season. Do tune in for that. Valeria's going to be dropping into the chat a little bit later on. And again, hey, if you guys like some of these topics, if you want us to do some other ones, just throw it in the chat, tweet at us, or respond to any of in the comment section, any of those videos if you can, and we'll get to it. That's what we like to cover. VXRT back below that 12 even, so here comes the test on that breakout. This is why you take some profit at that first level up 1225, because it does look like it's having a bit of failure here to further that move. Brennan, what do you got?
A little bit thinly traded on this one, but one that can give you a trade around earnings. Earnings on Turtle Beach here coming up next week, but here down 1.3% today. Just popping up on a relative volume scanner, about to break day lows here, 18, big time level on the daily chart. Nice looking daily chart though, trending to the upside, guys.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, what was that name? What was that name again, Brandon? What was the symbol? Here, right here. Okay, here on NASDAQ, 18. Oh yeah, I remember this when we were like, what? This was actually a great symbol because making headphones, right? So Turtle Beach right now, yeah, down 0.86% off of a nice move to the top side. I feel like we haven't looked at cannabis enough maybe, so let's go into that, or at all. So how about CGC today? That's the big guy. It's my number one investment as far as this space is concerned. Really nice to see it going. So it does look like Weed Batman is in the building right now. Let's take out the top here, 1833. Let's see how that looks. We're nowhere near that from a daily chart. We were only at 1680 yesterday. I believe it's probably now broken out. Yeah, that's that level. This is what we're talking about, guys, all day, every day here on these level breaks. We're back above that 50-day period moving average. And what is this? 1865. So that's coming into play right now. If we can get an 1850 break on CGC, I think it might be time to load that up. Up 7.5% today. Not really sure why. It's all Netflix and chill story. We keep talking about that one over and over again. So let's wait to see if 1830 goes. Let's take out the top here, actually. 1830 goes on CGC. We'll take the long, guys.
Yeah, I'm going to throw that catapult out there for IBIO. Just sort of rounding out. We get that 425 consolidation, so those quarters once again. We broke it into the long. We got it out once it broke VWAP in that 420. We'll take some out in the consolidation that I just mentioned, still have half the position, and we're going to look to take the rest of this if we can get 435 or so. Another 10 pennies to the upside on this $4 name, guys. We'll get it all out here. I would reload one shot in front of that 406. I probably don't know that I'd give it to low a day. The second time through, probably going to use this stop here at that 405, 406 area if I do make a reload, and if it does get anywhere near close to that 450 before taking a break breakout, I will try my hand at any short consolidation that tests the opening range high, which is 448, but I'm using the 450 level. Never going to use a 448 stop there at the high when I have 450 a couple of pennies below it. VXRT, first bounce off 12 successful, so hopefully this carries us through that 12.25, where I'll be looking to get some shares out below that price. I'm not taking any more profits. We've already gone ahead and done that already. I just want to jump over to that FRAN, F-R-A-N. It is sort of rounding out the 7 even area. It's giving you one halt to the downside, but this consolidation is getting a little bit tight for a name which has been as volatile as FRAN is. But look at all the room it has in a retracement. I will take one stab at this one, shorting through 7 even. And I don't know if I'll give it any more than 750, a bit of a stop. But let's look for a 7 even break on FRAN to the downside. I want to join this party after that halt down.
Yeah, good look there. We are short Tesla again. We did get back into it like we said we wouldn't. So 15, I'm only going to give it to this wick here. I decided top of this candle, 15.21. We're now short 15.17 here on Tesla. So we're short 15.17 now on Tesla. And of course it goes the typical $2 in the money. We'll wait to see though. Back down to VWAP would be nice. I don't really have anything else other than that. So let's just wait to see if we can get back into this chop zone. It's a nice little $2 winner, but like I said, unless I have like 1,000 shares, I'm not making back what I lost, and I don't have that many shares right now. So we'll wait to the downside here. Tesla, a little breaker right now, so we'll see about that. The only other position we have on is space. We're still waiting, man, to see if it can come back into this area. 24.90 break will be an out on that one, but Tesla, that's the trade we have right now. Let's see if the futures want to give us a winner or not. Brendan, what up?
Another one, guys, increasing their full year forecast here. Altria, 2% to the upside. We've been higher. We came all the way back down to yesterday and now right back up to 43 on Mo doing higher relative volume today as well, guys.
Yeah, I'm just sort of right now on Kodak, it just feels like a bit of a trap feeling at this 10 even break. And we bounced off that the first time at 10.20. It's testing this level now. You know what? Normally I would be all over an even level break into the downside. We already had a good short. This doesn't sit right or smell right to me right above that little VWAP. I feel like it could give you that little chop 20 cents and then get slammed back up. So I'll probably sit it out and see what happens if I can catch something maybe through 11 that could be a little bit better. But Kodak has done so much volume. You know, I feel like if I pick my spots, it'd be a heck of a lot better off than just sort of jumping into every single trade you see. There will be tons of opportunity. It's on 120 million shares, like I said. So you're gonna cash trades all afternoon long. I do want to go back to Codex. Check that. It's back to flat for me. Now, keep in mind, it is a horrible entry of price that I have, so should be something closer to 22.70 in this type of a setup. Unfortunately, I'm sitting here 22.86 to the long side. Got to break 23 for me to take any shares out, and then we'll get some out in the 25 to 30 range in front of the high a day, and then look for the top end break on Codex.
Yeah, Kodak's good name there, good trading. I haven't done anything in that space yet, but here we go. Okay, here's a $5 winner on Tesla. 15.06, if we can get that back to the downside, I think that'll be pretty nice. We'll put a bid about 15.08, 15.07 or so, maybe even 15.10. 15.06, 15.07, a good little look here if we can get it. Okay, now Tesla moving around again, so watch these futures come to the downside here. Let's see if we can't pick this up right around here. 15.08 would be a nice little $10 winner on Tesla. Let's see if we can get it, guys. What up, Beep?
Just watching Twitter here, guys. Just broke 2-day highs, pulling back into 37. Really not doing a heck of a lot of volume, but apparently they've locked out Donald Jr.'s account for 24 hours because of some not so correct information that he was posting about COVID, guys.
Okay. I mean, he's posting stuff about COVID. That's your
very
first
diplomatic,
problem.
Brennan.
But no, I don't know anything. But Twitter blocking them out. So you got to watch out, man. Twitter's going to be under fire now with the politics and the election coming out. So Twitter, a great stock right now, but there are going to be some head and tailwinds involved in that stock. So DTJ, they're getting blocked out. Thank you for that. It gets it 24 hours. So okay, little slap on the wrist there for Donald Trump Jr. But they're fact checking. Right, and that was one of the things that they got slapped around for a little bit, was that fact checking. Facebook and a few of those other social medias not doing that, but getting steam for that. Tesla goes $8 in the money, we don't take it. That's the story of my life right now.
You know what? Here, it's one of those things, and I've been in that same train in Tesla, where you don't take the profit, but you have a target, you have an idea, you sort of have to stick to your guns and not go, sort of chasing something with the price action that Tesla can make here. It can be 10, 15 easily. I'm going to stick to the plan here in IBIO. It just broke past this, or at least is attempting to break past that 425 area. I don't have any orders out yet, but once we get closer to this 430 to 35, we'll start the next leg of exits on this name, and I'm going to roll into a short in front of 450, as I mentioned a couple of times. The only thing that's against me continues to be this Codex at 2275 and VXRT. At some point, it just has to go. This 12 to 1225 consolidation, starting to get a little bit frustrating. And usually, if I saw this set up on a different stock, I'd be thinking about shorting through $12. To be honest with you, I'm going to stick with our long play here. I'm gonna get out if it breaks 1190. It's not that much worth of risk for me, but I feel like if it does make that break, I'm gonna get another shot if I like it to the long side. So whether that's a 1225 break, whether that's consolidation in the 70s, if my gut says I'd be looking at that setup and testing it to the short side while I'm long, it means get out of your long. So we took some profit in front of 25. I'm going to give this now to 1190, throw a stop in there. Look, if I get bottom wick and it runs, fair enough, but I got to trust my gut here. Brendan, what do you got?
Mara, guys, one from yesterday. We were talking about some of the blockchain names popping up yesterday. Again today, you can see on the daily chart here, 2 days in a row to the upside. Big time volume again today. This thing's done 15.5 million shares. So going to have a look at Bitcoin once again coming up in the currency.
Hallelujah. We finally can smile a little bit as we get that $7 there on Tesla. So shorting finally and out. It'll be the biggest win or loss on this stock, not financially wise, but take that $7. Look, I mean, once again, guys, we have to try to stay as disciplined as we can. What that means, I have to cancel my upside order to get out of it, actually. There we go. Oh, God. Okay, so yeah, right there, popping through now. 1290 here. Bitcoin, we've been trading a little bit up here near 13. Let's see what this one wants to do to the upside now. Goes Bitcoin now, so watch out for this one, guys.
Yeah, I'm on this, looking at this Morrow, of course. So yesterday was some solid trade action, 16 million in volume, tons of liquidity here, guys. That's going to be worth a look. But the first thing that sort of stands out to me, if I can just sort of jump out to the higher time frame, it already made one break through the pre-market top and then failed here at 175. So you're getting some double top action, trying to take out that same level. So watch for a 175 break, but a potential rollover on low risk, I think. Sort of shorting 73, 74. If we can take this, you're not risking a heck of a lot and reversing long anyways at $1.75. So first dip for me at this time of day is going to be in the short side of Mara right here, right now. Brendan, what do you got?
Another one, guys, moving upside today. Big time for Match. A lot of people guess into the online dating during the lockdown, possibly, but Match to the upside 7%. They updated, you can see aftermarket yesterday, their current quarter guidance to the upside for MTCH. Guys.
Not that I know anything about that, but they own Tinder. So maybe people swiping left or right. I don't know which one you do for that, but Tinder right now, Match. Good little look there. I'm still a little bit enamored here with Tesla because, I've made already like 20 trades on it. So, okay, Workhorse. Let's go back to another electric vehicle right now. No, thank you. Let's go to Nikola then and see what, $32. Let's see what Nikola's doing. Again, wow, 33 upside on Nikola. I've only ever really looked long on this stock. So when it comes down like this, I always miss that trade. But Nikola, we got to find out when exactly that release of the Badger is, because that's a good day to get locked and loaded, maybe with some upside calls for Nikola, if you are a fan of that. But I'm in it already. Oh, we can also look at SPAQ as well. SPA, is it Q or that's on New York? That's why. That's the SPAC for Fisker, doing 1 million shares again. Not doing much, man. These things were flying about a week and a half ago. Now they're kind of sleepy time. But who's never sleeping and always the busiest guy? Wow, it's already 10:40. Okay, take it away. Be real.
Hey guys, yeah, we'll jump into the S&P 500 here and have a look at the overall market. That is negative, but just barely. Back to 0.18% to the downside. Yeah, travel names back to the upside today, 2 days in a row with weakness. But some of the hotels here, the cruise lines, NCLH, RCL, CCL over here, all in positive territory. There's McDonald's also in negative territory, offsetting that. But yeah, some of the travel names back to the upside. McDonald's earnings name today we talked about. Kohl's, some retailers down here also showing some strength. They have been moving kind of one and the same. Anytime some of the travel names are back in positive territory, chances are you're going to see some of the retailers as well. So have a look at consumer discretionary stocks here. Banks are weak again today, 2 days in a row for the banking sector to the downside. So BEN diversified financials here, BEN 5.5%, MSCI and IVZ. All in negative territory. If you go way over to the far side there, some of the communication stocks, I saw Netflix on there, but it has gone away. But in that group, communication stocks are negative so far today. Over here, 3M earnings name, 5% in negative territory. Industrials, though, are about break even. They're trying to go positive because of these four right here, all up about 3 to 5%. So offsetting some of the individual names here as well that also reported. And here we go with more travel names. The airlines. AAL, Love, back in positive territory, UAL as well, obviously. But I was trying to find Alaska. There it is, 1% in positive territory. So travel names positive. We mentioned some of the retailers as well being dragged along with them. Tech stocks to the downside today. They were leading yesterday, but back in negative territory. FFIV 7%, HPQ, MSI, and XRX all 3+% in negative territory. This group especially, the semiconductors really negative. Micron there, QCOM, XLNX. There was an AMD. Yeah, there's AMD. The only one positive so far, AMD, guys. But overall, we're trying to get back to positive territory here. Just 0.17% in negative territory now. Back over to you guys.
That's close enough.
Yeah, a couple of things to update here. I did mention over in VXRT that if it did break at 1190, I'm going to give up on it. Just a lot of chop on that breakout at 12. Not giving me what I expected, to be quite honest there. So you take some profit on the first little bit, and then you take the hit on the rest. So, not the trade I was looking for. Thankfully, MARA, at least for the time being, we got to this one a little bit late. And I said, look, we'll take one shot short in front of that 175 and reverse long. Yeah, we go ahead and do that. So you give a couple of pennies to then make twice that already as it's marching up towards 185. I did take half out for a scalp, and then we're going to see if we can make a march through 185. Next legs out will be 95, and then hopefully $2 even. MARA, of course, that little crypto mining play, been ramping up the last couple of sessions. So $2 is the next stop. Hopefully, we'll see if we can cash that. Kodak just broke that 10 to the downside. Like I said, I didn't necessarily love it. I had that trap feel. It gets right to that 980 that I mentioned, and then sort of snaps right back here. If it does retest 1085, hopefully I can get some shorts in a shakeout, but this might be the big move, and I will have missed it. We had a couple of nice shorts. This one feels like it might be the big one. It just didn't feel right through 10, right, with VWAP down there. I'm going to look for something back in the 1050 range, just a little bit better to short in front of it. No way this is done with all the volume it's done. Plenty of opportunities, especially if it gets back down to this range here. Off the open, bouncing several times at 9 to 925. I pointed out there was someone marketing it up, buying heavily at that price. Every time it would dip down to 9 even, slam it back to 25. Is that buyer still there when it gets there? We'll find out. That's what I'm betting on. Brendan, what do you got?
Another one from yesterday, guys. Sohu, S-O-H-U. Remember that SoGo, S-O-G-O buyout with Tencent. So this is the parent company, S-O-H-U. So 2 days in a row here, big time move to the upside. Keep getting volume alerts on this. Really hasn't done much, but higher relative volume again today, guys.
I'm actually going to tweet out this Tesla trade because it's been a little bit of a mess. So I did want to tweet that out just to show you guys. You guys could definitely have a look at it. What's up to everybody? Thanks so much. Matt Az, we're going to get him on the show soon. So he's already been in contact with us. So we'll see about that. We're at 5,600, 5,500 or so followers. Oh yeah, Stock Goose. If you guys get a chance to, actually I'll put up this in the chat right here. Check out Stock Goose right now. See if you like it. It's a new game that we're going to talk about here hopefully soon, and we'll see about that one. Stock Goose, but we're going to tweet it out. Follow all of us on Twitter as soon as you can. I did want to give also a big shout out here. I see a few new members, or at least one for now before I forget. 365 days to trade. I'd love that. Don't know if the wife would, but good little look there. And also, thank you so much. Still learning the ropes. Do you have any videos for volume section of your screen? Keep the great work yesterday. Tech, thank you so much. Valeria, that's where she comes into play there. She'll drop our link to our stock market wisdom page. Tech, so if you do see that, yeah, that's the join, but we'll also definitely hit the link. But if you join it up, you get noticed, and we'll be able to see you on our board, like Joseph here, one of our long-time Prime followers as well. You guys definitely can join us, join him, follow us. $5 a month, guys. Support the show. Let's keep going with it, and hopefully giving you more winners today than we have. But I know Neil's been pretty on fire. Peloton right now, 65.60 PTON, making
like
the move to the long side here.
That's not the first day that I've heard Peloton, and when I haven't been watching it very heavily. I think we're going to get to that in a second, but Brendan has something for us.
I was just looking at Moderna popping up on a volume scanner here, guys, as well. mRNA, the big one, obviously, from yesterday, breaking back below 82 here. So 82 was holding as support. We're moving southbound for mRNA, guys.
And if I see mRNA moving, I'm going to watch ABUS as well. Their fates are just at least a little bit tied together. If you're watching this, of course, with the lawsuit action going through, and we'll see what happens. And obviously, we don't know anything yet. But I'm watching at $4 even break on ABUS, so it is creeping lower as Moderna falls. What would be ideal, actually, is if we crack sort of VWAP and head downside on Moderna. At the same time, we can catch short of ABUS at 4. My stop is locked and loaded, ready to go on ABUS. Has been for quite some time. So we're going to be ready with this one, but got to add Moderna back to that list. We've sort of been hammering that one every chance we get, but picking our spots in Moderna. I feel like, you get a rollover. I was not hunting for this short in particular, but I'm now going to be looking to see if we can play any kind of a pullback into like 82 or so for some scalp short trades in mRNA. So, call it 81.70 to 81.90 or so worth of an entry point. You look at this consolidation. If we can catch that, we'll take our first crack to the south side, but I'm already going to short ABUS through 4 even.
Brendan, what up, B?
It was KeyBank, guys, raising their price target on Peloton, saying that they're going to power right through earnings. Nice little note here, positive note, when it comes to people not going back to gyms. Obviously, a lot of places gyms are open, but not a lot of people probably going back to them. They report earnings, guys, on Monday, aftermarket.
All right, guys. Yeah, I see why am I holding space. Yeah, look, I mean, it wasn't a huge trade. We were able to take off a third up here for 10 cents. And then, yeah, it's just been bad. I already know that about space. We're just holding it. I'm giving it to 24.90. It's going to break very soon. I think it was 85 or so on that break. So we'll wait to see. But, yeah, this is not a great one. And then Weed Batman is here. We gave this one in and out there quickly, but still holding. Once it failed, we got out. So we're still holding half of this trade. And I don't mind it. I'm going to be giving it all the way down to here. Might be a decent spot to average in as we're still up that 6%. Let's take a little bit more chronic right now, and then we'll see how much higher it can get.
Not in the literal sense, of course, figuratively taking the position in the stock. I'm going to chip my hand into mRNA if it gets maybe like 30 cents higher. It is trying to bounce off this 81, so we're looking to fade into this one if we can in front of VWAP, and it might end up double dipping depending on what happens in ABUS. Not that they're directly tied, but we keep talking about that sort of a tie-in with the lawsuit. MARA, once it breaks 185, I'll take some more shares out on the way up to 2 even. So that one, once again, to the upside a couple of days in a row. Kodak cannot get above 10, so I'm not going to get those shorts. It doesn't look like between 10 and 10.50. Got to find something right here, right now in the 980 range.
You're probably right. Need to give some Freddy the Frog love, so we'll do that right now. Right beside our Trader TV merch right here. Okay, so you guys, this is the sunflower, the flamingo, and Freddy the Frog right there, giving some mad love to you, Freddy. So let's see if we can't find some winners now for the viewers there, now that Freddy is back in the building, giving you some love. So yeah, CGC, we just took a little bit more right there. Maybe now we'll only give it, I mean, I'd still like to give it down here, 1780, right near VWAP. Let's see what does happen right there now to the downside of CGC. We are long, of course, 6.4%. Might be a little overdone, but we'll give it another shot on this one, and then we'll keep looking elsewhere. CODK have not obviously been in that one yet, but yeah, there it is, 1180. I told you guys no shorting, and it went all the way upside. This was a fantastic one at 1050 the first time. May happen again, a nice little 1050 short coming through. So Kodak right now, actually with some developments right now, this is possibly a good little short if we break down below 950, but I haven't been in it yet, and I don't think I'll get in it right this minute either.
Yeah, I just got another out there in MARA, just sort of rolling over at 190. I was looking for maybe 191, 192, but it gave a pullback trade just very, very shy of that 175 breakout. So the next leg up, I want to see if I can catch more on a pullback. That's why I'm going to take some out at this 189 here. It's a nice trade at that 175 break. I'm going to pick some more shares up in front of 175 and slide my stop up to a break-even stop at that 175 area. So Mara has been good. hopefully we can add to that party. I just did dip into Moderna here on the pullback to the upside. I got some shares at 81.59. Just going to have it in front of that 82, that VWAP area. If it rolls back over, maybe pick some more up in a consolidation, and then we'll take it out in front of that 81. And when 81 breaks, hang on to some for a bigger move down. As far as Codex goes, the bane of my existence, just seemingly not wanting to give me any kind of a win while simultaneously not making a clean break through 2250. So the level is held a couple of times. But this time, I'm going to throw in a hard stop. The next time it goes down, forget about it. It just feels like this trade doesn't want, giving it a few pennies past that 50. My stop is actually in the mid 40s, but feels like no moss on Codex, and I'm not going to force this one too heavily. It doesn't seem like it wants to go. I'll be getting out once we get that break, but I feel like there's almost no way it's going to be turning into a winning trade. But money does talk, and Brennan does give you the info when it does. Let's go to the big screen.
Hey guys, yeah, let's go currency time. What a ramp job on this Bitcoin chart. I'll show you over on the side there, just straight to the upside. 9,200 down here. It's now at 11,200. Sean said yesterday afternoon we'll come in. Bitcoin will be at 12,000. We're not quite there, but the day is young. 11,200 for Bitcoin, 2.5% again today to the upside. So crazy looking. That's an hourly chart, by the way, of Bitcoin. Ethereum not following suit. We've seen it the past couple of days kind of being dragged along begrudgingly with Bitcoin, but to the downside today for Ethereum, 1.7% back to about 320. Everything else lower today. Lots of US dollar strength coming back into play. We had about 3 or 4 days of US dollar weakness, kind of brought everything back higher. Not the case today. The euro, the Canadian dollar, the British pound, the only one positive, but everything else you can see moderately lower. I mean, Japanese yen, Swiss franc have been lower 2 or 3 days in a row. Australia and New Zealand here also back in negative territory. New Zealand, the worst off, about 0.5%. Our Canadian dollar, 74.6, down 0.3%. Let's go back to Sean.
Yeah, no, Bitcoin's been quite a big one, and yeah, I'm a bull, a Bitcoin bull, obviously, to say the least. We talked about that yesterday, and Brendan was right. I did mention to him, yeah, this is nothing. You're going to see Bitcoin start running through the moon soon, and that looks like that's what it wants to do. So we'll wait to see here on Bitcoin. We've been trading some GBTC today, so that's been a good one for us as we go. But my only big one, loser for me today, of course, and I saw that, $5. I'm going to give a shout out to you, Mambo guy there. Thank you so much for this. Big one, shout out. I'll put that in my pocket there. But yeah, if you can add a couple zeros to that, that would be great. But no, just joking around. Thank you so much for that. It's been fantastic. And thank you to everybody who's been watching the show. It's been a big show today, including some big stocks. I see some notes about Pfizer. I crushed this one here today. Big trade, took out most of it here. Let it fall down. Should have picked some up in front of 38, little bit of a mistake, comes back to the upside, 38.90, Pfizer, big trade. I alerted it for the long early on, and we liked it, and we took it pretty early once it did break upside now on that one. Look guys, we'd be huge today if it wasn't for that Tesla, but I will put that $5 in my pocket. No, I won't. It'll just go to the show, but 15.10 was our last out there. Felt pretty good about it because then once I got out, it ripped all the way back up. But now Tesla coming to the downside. What up, B?
New lows on DraftKings here, guys. Volume, really nothing to talk about so far today. It's done basically nothing, 36 down to about 34.5. But just saw a note saying four additional Miami Marlins testing positive for COVID, guys.
I, for one, am sure the whole team's going to test positive. Well, I'm not, obviously not exactly true, but certainly going to be dragging down that sport. And we'll see what happens with MLB. I want to get back to Moderna for a quick second here. We got that little rollover, short at 81.59 here. Just bounced off of 81 the first time. I might go ahead and take the 50-cent scalp trade. Just looking for a breakdown at 81 if I can catch that, or catch a better price on a pullback. I might just go, I might just take that. I did mention that I want to do it the first time. I wanted to see what happened. It just tested. It just bounced off that level. So second time through, we will stick to our guns and get out in front of 81 and look for an 81 break for another short. Now, speaking of shorts, the consolidation continues in Kodak, and it's right in between this 950 to 10 area. Not a heck of a lot of movement. It's definitely gearing up for a move. You know, I'm going to like this one probably in either direction for at least a minimum scalp. We talk about 20 to 40 cents at a time. That's where you're talking about 950 or even a potential 10 even break to the upside. I will probably have either one of those trades in Kodak, but for now it's going to be MRNA. Mara still working the upside, but I did take some more shares off. It just broke 90. Next stop for me, I'll get out 95, 96. 2 even, I'll be all flat, looking for probably reversal first, going into a break at 2. But now watch out for this bracket I'm going to put on here in Kodak, 950 to 10.
Okay, there it is. Okay, wow, Rob, hey, thank you so much, A-Rob, I guess, for coming through, big one. And then Arky Scan, Curl F, okay, well, let's look at that one. See, I think that's probably on the pink sheets. We'll have a quick look, yes. What is this move today? 3.5% there. Thank you so much, Curl Leaf there, yeah, big time mover. We know this name on the show. It doesn't do much volume over here on the pink sheets. Brendan, maybe you can find the symbol on the CSE if it's listed over there, but nice little move. Look, this is a great stock, guys, breaking out here from 750. I noticed this. I do own a few of these stocks, to say the least. Not Curaleaf, but CURA on the CSE. So here it is here. Let's just check out the volume on the CSE. Those of you that are trading, yeah, okay, it's the same. 467, the same kind of volume. Wow, a nice little move up here. Let's see, this is a daily chart. Yeah, so on the daily, breaking out Curaleaf could be a good one in the cannabis space. And guys, thank you so much for that super chat. That does mean a lot to us. That's $100 smooth right there. Thank you so much, Arky Scan, for bringing Curaleaf to everybody's attention.
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely love it, guys. I'll get a bit of a reload if we're in MRNA. I just took in front of that same price area, and of course I show you Mara. I did just get out of Mara in front of that too, so I'll get over to MRNA in just a quick second. Mara all the way up. It's a nice little break at 175. We sort of talked about this. Missed out on a pullback, but that's okay. You're gonna get that long trade into the $2, so you catch that 20 cent average type of win. For me, that 2 even area, I'll take one stab at it shorting in front. I'll roll into a long potential breakout at 2, but at this time of day, it is getting to that 11 o'clock, that lunchtime style trade, that hour. I start thinking about some short opportunities. Here goes the break in Kodak. So it's got the 950 break to the short side. That front and back end of the bracket got me into the short.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna look at a lot of different names here for you guys. Hey, thank you for all the comments. Look, guys, we see them, man. Best show on the internet. You know I agree with that one, so thank you so much for that, and we'll continue to rock and roll for you guys every single day. What we say is every single market, every single time there's a market open here, we're gonna be open for you, mostly on the U.S. side. So the next holiday is Labor Day, so we're gonna be going live for you strong until then in September. So once again, thanks so much for that super chat. Really means a lot to us and definitely helps us with the show. So thank you so much for that one. I don't know if it's going to help out Valeria's Starbucks coffee.
They're back, man.
But Starbucks is back. Oh God, put on the cameras, Valeria.
You got to. She's
smiling, huge smile right now.
A little bit.
She's got that right in there. Valeria, is Valeria's mic live? Why don't you explain what is it?
Whatever.
We'll come back to her there. That's why we asked if the mic was on. Okay, Curaleaf going backside now. We're going to see CGC, guys. We are going to dump this 1795, and then we'll come back with Curaleaf in a minute. But right now, everything going upside right here, guys. Watch out for the futures breaking new highs. What up, B?
I was just going to double check here on Starbucks, guys. It's either aftermarket. Yeah, aftermarket closed tonight, in fact. So S-Bucks tonight, aftermarket, guys.
Yeah.
Not for the time being going upside is going to be the Kodak. It just tested down to like 930s or so. I might take a leg off down there. I think scalping at 11 o'clock is probably going to be the good idea. So we'll rip out of some shares as we get down to this 930. I got 43s slipped too, so if I can take a third off with a quick 10-cent scalp, we're going to be testing that 9 to 925 area that I was mentioning as a bit of a buyer off the open. So I'm probably going to be all out in front of it either way. Might as well take some here, but it is 11. That means time for a European update. Valeria is at the big screen.
Hey guys, welcome to the European update. Europe is in a mixed territory today, mostly negative. Spain is leading up 0.81%. Britain is up 0.24%. Germany is down 0.16%. France is down 0.28%. And Russia is up 0.22%. LVMH fell 5.6% today after reporting an underwhelming set of second quarter earnings. That's all with the Europe, and I'll keep you updated. Back to traders.
All right.
Thank you very much,
on there.
Valeria. Again, jump back to mRNA here for a quick second. I did mention the reload that we took. Just got in and out of the third of that Kodak position and tries to hold below that 950 buy support coming in. Just getting this little load up in front of this little VWAP. I will take a couple of legs out in front of 81, like I mentioned, hoping for this 81 break where I can now hang on to my position. I don't necessarily need to add to it as we put another leg into the short side and have a better price and more shares. So looking for the rollover in Moderna, Kodak. It's sitting basically flat right here, and Kodak's, man, it's just hilariously sitting here against me while simultaneously doing absolutely nothing. Frustrating trade, but we're on the wrong side of this one. If it breaks this, it actually might be a reversal to the short side. Not that I'm going to be partaking in it, but I'm long. If 2250 tests again, we're going to be out of that Kodak for a loser. Fortunately, every other position we got is in the money. Box L shorts in the money. IBIO shorts in the money. Kodak for the time being. Mara is also short in front of $2 even. That's working back to the downside here. I'll get some out in front of 185.
Yeah, okay, we continue to trade some Bitcoin as well. And then I'm going to look at Intel right here. It's just in a little bit of this channel right now that we keep going through back, forth, and around here on Intel. You know, again, bad little report there a couple days ago, but I do like this, man, as a long-term buy, especially if we can make a little green candle today. That'd be pretty sweet. The minute this stock gets back above 51 and change, we're going to put that into our long-term account there and see what we can do with that name. But Intel right now, for a day trade, not doing a whole hell of a lot. Pfizer came through with a great report last night. It's one of my top stocks today. We'll keep going, but bouncing again off 39. So all these stocks right now kind of just stuck, chilling out right here in a little bit of a range, Neil.
Yeah, but we're able to catch some winners. We'll keep slaying this dragon every chance we get with the scalp shorts in Kodak. I'm not really holding anything for massive wins. There was this one opportunity through 10 that we missed. We did catch a short first at that 1130 rollover. Now we're doing the 950 trade. So similar to VXRT yesterday, you know, sort of catching these little breakdowns on the way back in, and then see if we can pile up the winners on the way. This 9 even is going to be a key one. This is the opening range bottom. I feel like if there's a buyer down there like before, you could catch a bit of a bounce, then you'd be looking to that 10. But if 9 goes, you're going to see me all flat on this 943 short and rolling into another one, guys. I'll be all over that one if it gets there. But I want to jump quickly back to MARA. The longer this consolidates at the top, we did grab that sort of a reversal from the long out in front of 2 even to the short in front of 2 even. I didn't take anything when it dipped down 5 cents in the money. I'm looking for a little bit more than that on this trade. However, if it consolidates longer and I get a bigger position, that point I would look at some shares out for 4 or 5 cent wins, and then maybe start working it to the downside for bigger, but only if I get an ad in front of that too, which I haven't been able to do yet. Brennan, what do you got?
A little teeny tiny one moving around, crazy one today, guys. SQBG, this thing's been halted multiple times on volatility halts, both to the upside and to the downside. Looks like they updated their full year financials yesterday, so monster gap higher yesterday. We're higher again today on decent volume for SQBG, guys.
I'm going to add that one to that list right there, SQBG. Now, you have to watch out those multiple halters for sure. But like I mentioned, I'm going to get my order in on an MARA to that upside. Like, if it breaks 2, you're out of this trade. At least I'm out of this trade. That's going to be the plan for me no matter what. If it's going to be out at 2, the only question is going to be whether I like the reverse long. And that might depend on how long this consolidation is. The longer, probably the better. I think sometimes even you catch an afternoon move on a break like this, if it gives back to like 180, 175, and then eventually takes it out at like 1 or 2 o'clock. Sometimes those are better longs than if it breaks it right here, right now, from 11 to 12, which sometimes, you know, you just get a little bit less volatility. As far as Kodak goes, I still have a little bit of shares here on that short side trade. The last third, as it tests that 9 even area, like I said, I will be all flat if it does break down towards 9, looking for a 9 even break or a pullback entry point into like, you know, a 975, 980 with a 10 area stop. But Kodak, so far so good. Picking the spots has been the way to go. I feel like if I've tried to hit a home run, would have been wicked out far too many times. The volume is too good to be true to not just slip in and out. Unfortunately, Moderna looks like it's about to take 82, so I look the gift horse in the mouth. Don't take 50 cents, and now I'm going to probably take a 30-cent hit if it breaks 82 even.
I hate when that happens, and that has been my experience so far today, not taking winners when they've been on board. So yeah, we need to make sure that we do that. Both Neil and I exercising some demons right there. 38.50 on Pfizer, still looking for that. In and out, making a bunch of trades here on Bitcoin today. It just fell, but not really doing much. This ETF is nuts. You can't get out of your trades if you tried to. Kodak, though, CODK. Oops, that's on the NYSE now. I should have shorted that 950. We did talk about that 950. I hope some of you were able to do that. 950 now to the downside. Did you have that break, Neil? I know you've been looking at this.
Oh, I got it. I mean, I'm still holding on to a third of it. It just feels like, that 9 from the morning was too big of a level to ignore after I saw that buying. So for me, if it wants to hold it, it might actually be a bit of a long trade off it. I'm not going to do the long. I'm going to stick with the short trade. But there it is. It's been a roller coaster in mRNA, and it's going to continue here as I just get out at 82. Stared that winner in the face. Certainly could have taken it off for like 50 cents in the first leg. I said I would, and then I didn't do it. I let it test that area, missed the entry point, reloaded, and then 81.70 short. We're out on a break of 82 even. But Kodak, look at the consolidation at the exact same price we had the opening range bottom. No coincidences, obviously. That's why I already have some profit out. I just slid my stop to break even on the last third of this, so I'm not going to give it to like 960, 970. Now we're only giving it to 950, which is basically break even. This can't be a losing trade, not this short, not here. Codex can be, as that continues the whole 2250. It can't forever, so my luck's probably going to run out in Codex. Brendan,
what up, Wickens?
VTVT, was just checking headlines here, guys. Big volume spike here on VTVT, but yeah, don't really see anything. There was news yesterday a little bit in the afternoon, but yeah, big pop here for VTVT, 265 up to 3 on volume here. It's still negative on the day, but worth a look, guys.
VTVT. Okay, and here goes Kodak right back to the upside. I don't mind taking a 10 break on this if it comes back right where VWAP is. So watch out for anybody looking at that one. DKNG, okay, it's at a level. Let's have a look. DKNG right now, good little look out there. Thank you for that. And that's my boy Eric Meadows right there. Good shout out. Thank you so much for that. Let's have a look at that right now and see Donkey Kong. Wow, yeah, wow, Eric. Big level. Oh, man. Like, again, doing something else, missed this one, breaking through 35. That would have been a great little VWAP trade right there. DraftKings all the way back up. Like, not even sure about this stock, man. This stock just goes up, down, and around like every single day. For me, now that I've missed this, I think that we need to get momentum going through 35.50 on DraftKings. So, Eric, that's where I'm going to be looking right now, 35.50 on DraftKings. Futures just with a nice little fall there, and DraftKings the other way. So we definitely know this one's strong, Eric.
Yeah, and there goes Mara through 2 even, reversal to the long side, but I'm going to leave myself some room for a dip into 190 to 195 if it does want to give me a shot at a re-entry point. Exactly the same trade I put in at 175 where I shorted in front of consolidation, reversed to the long, made it back and then some obviously. So same story here. Yeah, I could have taken a shallow profit on the first short and maybe should have done that, but I'm now looking for the pullback in MRA. One stock which, oddly enough, I've been sitting in for a winner this entire time. I just want to give a quick update on BoxL. Sometimes you'll see me in something like this where we catch a good price at 3, and there's just never a reason to get out of it. It finally broke back below that 280, so I did add to this position here, get out of some at 278 for a 21-cent win here, 20-cent win in BoxL. The last leg to the downside, we're looking for about that 270 mark. 267 was the previous close. That's the reason for the target at that price. Kodak back through 950. So the final third, we get out when it breaks that 50 mark. So we win on 2/3 of it, take a small hit on the last third, winning trade overall. But I'm going to slide in and out and pick my spots very carefully on Kodak.
You have to. I mean, that stock is nuts. Yeah, Kodak, both Kodaks today. Codex and Kodak. Okay, Donkey Kong. Just looking at some more charts over here on this side. Yeah, like on a 3-minute chart. Let's break this down for you guys real quickly. I have to admit, man, I've just been so busy trading today. I haven't even really got to Hydration Nation, so I disappoint all of the members today on that one. But 35.47 right now, 35.50. This is that 3-minute chart. Would like to get above 35.50, and if we do, let's go a little bit long into DraftKings right now. I do want to find that Hydration Nation thing because it was pretty cool. There it is. Let's hear what this sounds like. We got speakers in our ears now. Okay, not bad. A little tidal wave of water going through there. So 35.50 upside DraftKings.
Yeah, just looking at Kodak, the next level is going to be that 10 to Kodak. The next level is going to be that 10 to the upside. Pullback trade here in Mara on the breakout. I'm going to give it to like 190 to consolidate in this area. If it fails that, the second break might not be working out for us, but we've already made our money on the first. Let's see if the second one can be as good. My average price of $1.99 right now on MARA. I want to get back to IBIO very quickly. Haven't updated you guys on this position. It pulled back all the way to about 415. I'm long down at about 412, but I only wanted to be adding if it gives me all the way into that 406. Higher low that it put in. So the reason we took some shares out when it dipped into 430 to 35 is I never anticipated that, I anticipated that 450 would be a bit of a stop area, and I wanted to be short in front of it. Never got all the way there, unfortunately. So we're now looking for a reload if we get 410 or so on IBO. It's been only a winner long side, but I want to add to it if we can get a bit of a dip buy opportunity.
IBO, yeah, okay, so DraftKings, we just put that order in right there to try to get that long. Kodak making its way back up. Oh, one name that we haven't checked at today, we did a little bit, was CCL. We checked at that early. It would made some money on this long. Check out this, guys. And then got a nice little trade going through on the long side. Now we go upside once again. It does make that sweet little bottom at 14, so I call you out, Daryl. I know you love trading CCL. Shout out some levels there on the chat if there is anything that you are seeing that maybe we are not on CCL right now. I don't really like anything here on a 3-minute chart. We could overtake this level again, 1420. All we have right now is VWAP. Let's break this down. What time is it? 11:11. We'll stay on a 3-minute chart to try to find some better trades for you. ABUS was that Moderna stock as well.
Holy. Did you know that just popped in for me? I was like 2 seconds ago. No. It just broke 4 even right here. You can see it. And then Sean goes ABUS. I'm like, I just got into ABUS on a 4 even break. How did he know? But MARA pullback trade does not work. So if I talk about sometimes that little that breakout, shakeout trade where I try to catch the pullback when it doesn't work, that's what I'm going to be able to show you in a second in MARA. But I was waiting for ABUS, check that, to break 4 even. It does. I'm slipped all the way to 396. I'm going to be shorting this one all the way back into VWAP. I've been looking for this stock, the last couple of days pulling back in. We did get a question from one of our viewers, and kind of a timely time to answer it here. Someone was asking, is it easier to go long or short? And by definition, kind of the same thing, but with shorts, there's a few restrictions. One of them is SSR, the short sale restriction. ABUS is down over 10%. That means you cannot remove liquidity from this bid. If I wanted to short 97s, I couldn't just sell from these buyers here. I need to have an uptick. Once there's an uptick, I can get in, or I can passively wait in the offer. If you go long, there's never any restrictions. Sometimes it's hard to borrow stocks where you got to pay for the ability to short and borrow those shares. Not the case when you go long. So, it kind of is true, I guess, to say that the long is easier to do. But really, it's more or less the same thing. Just a few of those rules against short sales or restricting short sales are what you want to be concerned with understanding.
Brendan, did we find anything out about NEO today? I mean, it just ripped up 5% and was up even 6% up here at its high, 1250, before fading back in right now. So we're near kind of a breaking spot. I would love this thing to get back to VWAP and short this through $12. But again, it's just probably an electric car story once again, as this just keeps on going. Donkey Kong and Nikola back on look now. So let's just check out Nikola again, 32 and change still. Come on, charts. Still remember, if you see the NQ here, that's NASDAQ stock. So Neil and I have to keep switching our charts based on New York or NASDAQ. So that's sometimes why you get that little hang up. Look, this kind of level right here, this is what I really like to see in most stocks when you get some little bit of some consolidation down here, like bottom side 32, top side 32.50 basically. So right now we're stuck in the middle. It's got to break out of here. If it does, then yeah, Nikola, I'm always a big fan of the long because you never know what's behind the corner with these guys, what kind of releases they'll have or whatnot. But Nikola, wow, look at the futures, guys, straight to the upside. We got to find something that has a beta tied to the market here. Maybe JP Morgan, is that near 98 again? Yeah, 97 and change.
Yeah, we actually, we got a super chat earlier this morning asking about Lemonade, and I said sell through 71. I didn't sell through 71. I hope if you were long, you did. Flushing down to 680. 68.80 at the bottom side on a bit of a volume spike at this little bottom. So a big volume spike. It hasn't been doing a lot of volume. It's only 400,000 shares. That makes it tricky for a day trader because liquidity isn't fantastic. It makes it not very scalable for most strategies. But I would look for a retest of this 71 and try to fade that one. It's trying to creep up there now. Maybe if at lunchtime it gives you consolidation. My only concern, of course, would be spread and liquidity. 500,000 shares is not a lot. The spread's not terrible. It was just 10 cents. Now it's like 20, opening up to 30 at times. So trying to get into position, you're probably paying some of your profit just to be able to get in. So do watch out if you're trading Lemonade. It's a recent IPO, of course, that is just it started to come back in after a tremendous break up. Almost 100%. Failing at $100 a couple of times, and now this area here, 68 to 70 that we're talking about, if that doesn't hold, at some point it's very, very likely to retest that opening day price of 50, where maybe you can be a buyer.
Yes, okay, just typing a message here to some viewers as they keep messaging me. 97.60 here. I found a level on JP Morgan that I do like right here, 97.65 to the upside on that kind of a break. Looks pretty sweet for me. What up, Mr. Brendan?
Another one from the volume list here, guys. Work, Slack, big volume spike just came in as we held 29. So if you go over to the daily chart here, 29 on work, a big time level. Trying to hold above that right now. Again, volume across the board pretty low today, but a bit of a volume spike there on work, guys.
Probably a bit of a volume spike on a 9-even break on Kodak. So we grabbed some shares at 99. Already going to start the whole scalping out process in front of the next level down. 860 was a ramp upside here. So, call it like a 25, 30 cent scalp like we've been doing, starting with 10, 20, 30, all the way down. It's just rinse and repeat action in Kodak. The volume, like I said, is tremendous. So you want to take advantage of it while you can. It might slow down at lunchtime. I don't know if that's going to be the case. Just slipped out of some shares there in the high 70s. Last up, like I said, is going to be 60s on this Kodak short. So, I get stopped out of this trade here when it comes back up to break even. And that's a bit of an arbitrary look for me. So I'm not terribly proud about it, but I did mention my strategy on Kodak wasn't to sit there holding a monster short and then trying to make a bunch of money, with one big trade. It was more to pick my spots, get in, get out, and then try to have multiple short trades on the way back in. With the exception of 10, we've managed to catch each break to the downside and sort of pick our poison. And it's been scalping, which I've been a little bit more successful in doing. I'm going to try to continue doing that. I got out of MAR. I see there, Callaway. I just feel like it was. Every single time I do try to slip into the short trade, and I get suckered into that failed break when that 2-even short was actually pretty good. But for me, I can't let it go past 2, not that time of day. I'm going to be hands off with this stock unless it gives me some consolidation, a reason to jump back into the long. The original breakout that I took at 175, below that price, it would be an afternoon short for me. If I can catch it for the time being, hands off on MARA, but there goes Kodak, going to give me my 860s any second now. Brennan, what do you got?
I just noticed Rite Aid here up 4.8%. Nice move for RAD. It held 15 down there as support, big time level on the daily chart, but apparently they've deployed facial recognition software in all of their stores now that can also take your temperature. So you check your temperature before you go in, but Rite Aid moving higher on that news, I guess, guys.
Yeah, it's a bit of a blast from the past. I haven't traded Rite Aid in a while, but it's already sort of rounding out here. And I'm usually looking for consolidation and rollover when I see that type of a double top at 1585, guys. But there it is. A little behind in the Hydration Nation, Sean. I actually need to fill mine up with my Trader TV, and I wish we could get these ones. We have lots of merchandise, but we can't get these awesome bottles here. I think it would be fantastic if we could. Let us know if you like them. I do want to update one more position here for you, not just that Kodaks, but that ABUS. We did catch the break. I am looking to add to this short if I can in this sort of consolidation below that for even waiting all morning for the break. I haven't gotten any shares yet. It's just right now the 396 that we have on board. We're going to hang on to this short hopefully all morning, all day long if we can get it, sliding to the downside off of this VWAP here. So ABUS to the short, hopefully a better result than my Moderna. We're going to take profit as it comes. I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth again and then throw away that profit.
Yep, we don't want to be looking too many gift horses in the mouth here as we go, but okay. Still moving on here, guys, and yeah, I see a question there about having a negative day. What do? You just sort of keep trading. I mean, again, self-proclaimed, this should be, I mean, we'll see, there's only 40 minutes left, but this will be my 4th negative day this month. So that's not horrible. It's the 28th of July. So if you're in this business and you don't want to take risk and you're afraid to lose, then honestly, you're in the wrong business. So that's my opinion here. You're gonna take hits all the time. I do it, but I'm a way better trader than that to step away. So you guys have to stay confident and then just believe in yourself. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but you just need to keep making the calls. And today, I mean, I'm negative really on one stock. I mean, and that's just this Tesla. And we just kept, like I said, I just kept shorting it here. We had winners almost every single time, but we made a mess of it. And we kept going short. We were wondering about breaking VWAP. It breaks, we get out. We short. Like, look at all these wicks down here, guys. Like, I'm in the money on most of these trades until finally we learn our lesson and take an $8 winner. So we did make a little bit back on that name, but yeah, by far the biggest loser today. And yeah, look, I can go 4 losses here in July. Believe me, that's what it is, and that's what it's going to be. So we'll do that. We'll try to go perfect in August, but that's an unrealistic expectation, guys. So just stay with me. We'll be making money all the time. You see our AMD trade's been great today. CCL has been fantastic. Bitcoin we've been crushing. Pfizer's right here as well. That's been a big trade for us today. Shopify, we missed it off the open. A quick little $7 loser. But again, you know, we'll find these trades and we'll be back, and we'll be back stronger tomorrow, guys.
And looks like Kodak again is sort of making a consolidation while we're in the money. I got this short here at $8.99 on the 9 even break, so not a lot of slippage on that trade. If we can break through this 65 area, you know, maybe down to 850, I think we might actually have a good one on here. We've already taken a nice win on 2/3 of the position, and look, I'm just going to go with the same sort of rinse and repeat action. If it breaks back above, call it that 9, I'll just get out. I think I want to hold on to this and see if we can't get the bigger win here on that Kodak. I only have everything in the money right now. Kodak, IBIO, that's right, and the ABUS to the south side. I'm going to start taking that one off on a 390 break. Someone was asking what I think about it. I'm short below VWAP. I'm short below 4. I'll add to that position if it pops back up here. But right now, Kodak is on my mind. Let's get the home run if it can get down to that $8 area. I was watching this in the pre-market. All the ramps to the upside. I mean, there's so much room. This was $2.60. They're going to have to pay this loan back at some time, and I think it's a little bit overbought, obviously. I've been shorting it since $11.
34.94, so 34.90 here on DraftKings. We are in it now. So DraftKings goes above that 50 level, and we take a long. I saw what you said. The behavior bias means you're sort of going to be having a bad day going through. So we'll see. We'll update tomorrow how the day is for me at the end of the day. So I see you there, Elizabeth, Callaway, and everybody. CCL will go up one day, they're saying. Let's go back over to CCL. And I talked about CCL and not really liking this stock too much now that we are below, guys. This is a 50-period moving average. It's what I like to look at on a daily chart. It's now below it. I don't think the long is really going to be in until this level breaks again, 1690. I hate talking about like second wave here, but you know, if they don't get their ships back in the water soon, I don't know. I mean, I was watching something. It's millions of dollars a day in burn for cash right now for a lot of these companies. And so I'm not sure how long they're going to be able to survive for. Obviously, they just had a debt raise. I think it was Norwegian. I'm not sure if Carnival did, but we'll see if they did or not. We'll look into that after the show. But Carnival needs to keep going. It's up 3% today. So the demise of Carnival may be not in quite yet. Do like it. Watch out for Carnival Cruise Lines, guys. We'll be trading that all August, believe me.
Yeah, and I just answered a question recently about what's easier, going long or going short. Just had to cancel an order to try to go short on FRAN here on the break of $7. It did break downside. I did try to scoop up some shares as it went down, but unfortunately was unable to pick any up on a breakdown trade. Sometimes liquidity dries up. It would have been fantastic if you got it. Easy, sort of like, you know, anywhere from 30 to 50 cent winning depending on the price you got. The next stop would be a 650 break. It's still got a couple of dollars to the previous close, so there's still some downside action potential on FRAN, but that 7 was fantastic if you caught it. I was looking for it, didn't get it. Brennan, what do you got?
Not seeing anything new on this one, guys, but Capricorn Therapeutics, CAPR, this one's had 2 days in a row to the upside. So just coming back to life here, a little bit of volume coming back in through 10 on CAPR. Watch this level up here at 1060, big time resistance right at the end of the day yesterday for CAPR, guys.
Yeah, I did want to shout out a few comments here. Like I said, day trading was on our show. You guys remember Barcelona, so talking to me. Yeah, brave and crazy going short there in hell with Tesla, and I agree on that one. And then Greenville talking about how annoying Tesla's been today. Look, annoying or not, that's fine. We're here to trade, and that's what's going to happen. So Tesla, that's why we tweeted out, guys. Thanks for all the comments. We're all going to get, I'm going to get better and bigger with some of these comments as well. So thank you so much to all of that. We'll just keep on rocking and rolling. I see Randy. Oh yeah, Randy, here, look. Check out, we've gotten some comments on the shoes here. Some nice new kicks. I don't know if you can see those there, Randy, but they're in there now. We're going to see if they can't bring us some good luck here. New kicks on board right now. We'll see if we can style and profile like Ric Flair. And there's another shout out to that. We need a woo animation to go. We've already talked about that earlier on the show. That was Guest wanted that on. That was 33 Traders, I believe. I forget his name. He was on the show before as well. Andrew, maybe? Okay, 35.64 right now. We got DraftKings. We are long right now. Let's see to the upside. How far exactly can we go? It's a flat trade right now. I think we can get back into this chop. If I can take some, yeah, left, right, center, whatever. 35.70 right now coming into board on this one. We'll move in a minute, guys. Let's go DraftKings.
Yeah, just sort of answering someone, Ron there. Thank you for the question. We talked about longs and shorts, and it wasn't necessarily fundamental. We put a lot of shorts on it, at least I do. I think it's a market structure type of thing. There's so many gaps to the upside. There's so many running stocks like CAPR here that you'll get a lot of gap-fill back setups when you're shorting, or these double tops, afternoon high of day type plays where I just see lots of pullback opportunities. So it's more the way the market is trading and that I can find the structure for some of those shorts. It's not necessarily a bias. It just happens to be more setups that way. Great breakouts to the long side, but some of these short setups like that box L, which was so easy today, I just got to take advantage of. SNGX is another example there. But Brendan has something for us. What do you got there, bud?
Another one just popping up on a volume scanner here, guys. AGEN, Genesis. I'm going to flip back over here and show you there was a $35 million, looks like financing closed at $4.03 per share. Sorry, $20 million equity investment at $4.03 per share. Worth $35 million. So yeah, popping up on that news, it looks like a little bit of volume coming in here, but this is well below, like 403 is not even on this chart. I got to go out to a daily chart here and find 403 way up here, guys.
I see some shout outs with Pop Smoke. Yes. May you rest in peace, Pop Smoke. There we go. Okay, we're going to look to get some DraftKings out here right now. If we can take 15 cents on this one, then we will do it. Like I said, we're digging back in, guys. We're going to make this money back, and we're going to have a positive day, and I will update you tomorrow, guys, and I'll show Brendan my net, or Neil, at the end of the day, and we'll be able to see if we're positive or negative, see if we can't keep the streak alive here on the show for you guys. But I mean, it wouldn't be on the show, be after the show. Las Vegas Sands making a move back upside as well. We'll have to check out that one with the casino names. Come on, charts, let's go. Back into play here. I don't love the casinos until we get the full phase 4 or whatever it needs to be here for Vegas, and then back over there in Macau as well in China. They're up and running, but you got to watch out for some of these casino stocks. I love them as a longer term hold, but right now we still are below. They got going up to 56 and then back down. If you are going to take a stock as an investment, then I think Win probably the best name for that. You can see, and it's faded off the word. Like, this is what I mean by the best name. They wanted it to get going. It ripped up here, but now it's faded back in. Win, actually, based off this little look, I may be a buyer of Win very soon in Neon account.
Yeah, a couple of reloads to talk about here. First one's going to be in Kodak. You get this consolidation, tries to test up to 9 where my stop was for the rest of that 8.99 short. But as I see it try to roll over, I pick up some shares in the mid 80s to the south side. Same stop at 9. I also added to ABUS at 99s there. Couldn't get anything above 4 yet, but I'll be adding that position if I can below VWAP. Brendan, what do you got?
Just did a little bit of digging, guys, on this move in NIO and found this. There's been multiple people talking about this. This is the EC6. You can see apparently this has been spotted on the streets of Germany. And a few people have been saying that you can now order this vehicle in China and they'll deliver it to Germany, guys. So that might be a little bit of catalyst for NIO today.
Yeah, that looked pretty sick.
I'm going to pop the confetti. Brendan, this is what it's all about here. Obviously, we have a bit of a cheat code able to get live news and confirmation of it because, Brendan, you don't want to mess around and just believe the first thing you hear. That's why he looks for multiple sources. That's what it's all about. That's what we're trying to bring you guys. And to be perfectly honest, what better time to talk about it? Why not join and become a member? It's just certainly one of those things that I think is worth it. But also, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button to you. If I can even find my join button here, I have way too many of these on my little board here. I have like 5 pages of it. It's very easy to do. We work pretty hard on this show to give you not just trade ideas, but also live news. You got the MLB story yesterday. You do have what's going on potentially in NEO here just now, live from Brendan. You have a lot of fun. And why not pick up some Kodak shorts on the way downside too, because we got another reload. I just talked about it. And once again, we're catching these 20, 30 cent type scalps, reloaded 85, out in front of this 860 area. Now look, this was that level right before the open that it ramped up off of. There's 860, a bit of a bottom, 860 to 8 to 9 even, break out through that price. The top end of that range held on a pullback. We're now testing it. If it breaks, I gotta have something on board, but I will take 2/3 out like I've been doing every single one of these shorts and holding the last third for the home run trade. We're gonna rinse and repeat all day long until I'm broken on this short.
Yeah, okay. I see some Pop Smoke love as well. Yeah, I'm all over Pop Smoke. I'd play some for you, but we would get some copyright infringement, most likely. I'm going to find out in my list here. I like Dior, but there's another song that's my favorite for Pop Smoke. We'll get to that in a minute here if I can find it on my Spotify, which reminds me, guys, we need to look at Spotify. The Woo, nah, that's not so good. That's what we were talking about before. We'll find it. Pop Smoke, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I'll find the name of it. It's not even on there. Oh, the Scots. I like the Scots there by Travis Scott. Okay, DraftKings, it comes real close, man. We were waiting there at 65. I show a 66 print, so it must have gone around me a little bit there. Probably a dark print. We were sitting there at 65, trying to get that 14 pennies there. We faded it out and missed it, but we'll wait to get that back on board now, as DraftKings still has a ways to go back upside. Not worried about this at all. It's the only position I have on right now. And there goes NIO. We take it long through the top. Let's just wait to see, Brendan. I take it on that news. It's also up 7%. I asked you what the news was down here. Probably should have took it. You found that for us. 6.5% to the upside. Chinese government backing. Cool looking cars. Let's go.
Yeah, and let's go to the downside. Let's go Kodak. Trying to test 850 here. I got the reload. 79 was my last entry price. I did have some at 99. Those are all out. I got some at 80s, 88s. Those are all out. It's a 79 short here. If we break 850, I think we make that test of 8 even and catch a bit of a home run trade. Whether it's going to be 60, 70 pennies. We've already been ripping off these scalp trades to the short side all the way. Now, we started, of course, at 11. You can do this a lot of ways here, guys. You can start this trade at 11 and just hold it all morning long. I've been getting in and out all the way downside just to limit my exposure. Because there was so much buying that stepped into this thing that the short, while I was always going to do it, you had to find your way around some active buyers, which we're taking advantage of. Hopefully, when they start getting broken and start having their stops hit, 850 is the next break we're going to look at. I'm going to slide my stop below 9 even to about 885, so we don't turn this winning trade into a losing trade. IBIO is getting back up towards our target. Of course, we're long at 412 all morning long, looking for a break of the mid-30s, and then we're going to short in front of 450 at some point on IBIO.
Yeah, here we go, guys. Here we go. It's been a long time for this, but we take it out and we hammer it again. Here we come. We're coming for you, Green Day. Nice little NIO move here. We go long 43s. It's at 48. We're just taking it out. You can see here. Yes, let's go to 50. Here we go. Out 48s, out 49s. Big stick time. We're hitting this one to go to the upside now. NIO. go. Let's see what it wants to do. We drop it down for a minute chart, takes him out at 50. Let's break through 50 now. Big time trade alert here. Let's just see how high this one wants to go up. We're long 43s here on NEO, so big time move to the upside here. We're back, guys. That's what we're doing. It's a banger right now. And bang, there it is. Goes through 50. Your boy is back. This is what happens right now. You guys can hit the like, hit the subscribe now. We are back. Lots of action happening. 52's a nice little 10-cent win here on NIO to the upside. Let's go.
Yeah, from fast-moving stocks to like nice, easy, slow trading in IBIO. We have our target in that 430 to 435, as I mentioned. And then seconds later, we're getting out at 31. I still do have on 20% of the position that I want to roll out of between 30 and 40. We'll go ahead and do that at some point. And it is still going to be a short. The more it actually fails below this 435 range, the more I'm actually thinking about shorting a little bit early. But I'm going to stick to my guns. I would like a price closer to that 450 mark. Breakout 450 is going to be in play for me, but it doesn't look like that's going to be anytime soon. It's been a long off that little higher low that it put in. I love these failed moves to the downside. It was a gap down on IBIO and then tries to sell off the open, turns on a dime at 4, and then supports above that price. That's going to be a long entry for me every single time. We put it on. We got the winner. Brendan, what do you got?
Day high alert here, guys, on Blink, charging 9% now. I mentioned this one in the pre-market very briefly, but got away from it throughout the session here. A nice move for Blink. Gave you a shot at 7 down there, all the way up to 780 now. It was this headline here, Enersys. They re-upped a prior contract with Enersys to develop some fast charging units for them, guys.
There goes 850 on Kodak, but it's a big-time battle being waged on this, guys. We're all over it. Look, I would hit the cowboy if I came back into the win, but I'm trying to hit a bigger trade on Kodak than I've had sort of all morning long. The long was fantastic, but we're looking for a bit of a bigger win here as it tests that 8 even area. It's short the entire way. I've had one long breakout trade, but overall, I was looking for a reversal, and the second it happened, I wanted to play the trend just like a Vaxart yesterday. It's the same thing with Kodak today, and we're hammering this all the way to the downside. I'll give you the cowboy only if I get this out in front of 825.
Hammering it, yes, sir. Here we go, guys. NIO right now. I talk about hammering something. That was a good trade there for NIO to the upside. And yeah, you guys are right, man. Everybody wants it. You guys all want that energy. We're back right now. Thank you so much for all the love on the chat. That's what we're going to do for you guys every single day, regardless, winners or losers or whatever. But, you know, that's what I'm saying. You do get a little bit excited when you finally do have a decent winner on, and we're finally very proud to have this one on. Good little look there. I liked it before I saw that cool car, but that was a good little look there. We always had this high of the day in our sights. Brendan gave us the news just a couple minutes ago when it was down here. Then it started ramping up, and now there's the trade. We put that on, I guess it was probably about an hour ago when we noticed, when we asked about what was going on with NIO, then we come back, take that breakout there near the high. We know how big this stock can get, so I think we'll probably hold the rest. Maybe this stock gets us back to positive today. You do have some resistance here at 14. 13, what is that high there? That's exactly 13, so watch out there for 13. It topped out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's about 6 or 7 days here where 13 was either the top or the bottom of the day. So if we can get up there, then hells to the yeah. It will be a good day for us. So let's just keep on hoping, not hoping, I mean, we do hope it goes up, but we'll just keep getting some out. If it does get back up to 13 and change, we will do it. Wait a minute, there's an iPhone case? Does that work for Android? I have you guys can shout it all out here. I have the Pixel 3 right now, it's just a small little phone. I got to go to Pixel 4.
I think it's only iPhone.
We only have iPhone, but I'm going to measure it because what the hell? I want one of those.
I'll be all over that one. I'm going to sit in with an Android myself, but someone was asking short on Kodak, but look at the news. They got that loan. This is what I want to show you here. 5-minute chart. You get the gap up, all pre-market. It runs up on relatively low volume. Then the big volume does come in at 9:30, and everything above this 9, even all that buying, hundreds of millions of shares. At this point, that's out of the money. So this is more of a gap retracement. Do you think on that deal that Kodak, which is a $2.60 stock, should be up 3-4x? Okay, if you believe it, fair enough. I'm going to play the price action, and all the bag holders sitting here that bought this above $10, when it starts coming back in, they get stopped out. I'm just going to play that retracement trend. As a day trader, that's what you got to be able to do. Look, if you got this one long at 260, are you hanging on to some of your shares? fair enough. If you saw this one coming, good for you. That's a fantastic look forward and investment in Kodak. But this is just playing the trend. We talk about these reversals, the parabolic move upside. Once it got past like 400% to the upside and turned on a dime at 12, we started heavily shorting it. It's only been short there. At some point, my last trade will be a loser to the short side. It got to bounce eventually or the market's going to close on me. But I'm not out of this yet. Last look here is at 879. We had 890s. We had 9s. We had 950s. We had 11s. All the way that short side trade after that big turn.
Okay, guys. Yeah, we are still going, guys, and trying to make some money for you and the viewers, obviously, as we go. NIO, big time movement to the backside now. You know, we're going to see if we can't keep the fun going here on NIO as I look. 54s, 55s, days high again. Yes, we did it again. Nice little hot dog right there. Sorry to do that because we have to throw over, get that hot dog out of the way. It's not a... There it is. Wrap that up. What up, Beep?
My day high list, guys, is just being flooded with this one right now. CGC, every minute or so, making a new day high. 8.6% now for CGC. Took the top out there at 1832. Nice little look for Canopy, guys.
Guys, like,
yeah,
honestly, I mean, I was in Canopy, and this is what I feel like right now. We talked about having this darn trade, and you talk about our day getting turned around. Like, look where we get out here, guys, breaking that level. I was gonna give it down here to 780, but we averaged in too much. Darn it, but doesn't matter because the account, my own account, is going to the moon on this kind of a move right there. Look at NIO. Yes, sir, we take some out 57s there. That's that new day's high. So let's just keep on going. Brendan, you crushed me with that Canopy there. We had that one and lost on it, but I hope you guys, especially Eric or whoever brought that up there, still have that one. But CGC, a nice little trade, a good idea, but we were a little bit too light on that one. And again, that goes to what you're talking about there on the chat. When you don't have the big winners on and you sort of have a losing day, I tend to cut the losers a little bit short so that I don't suffer even a bigger losing day. But that one, definitely a missed opportunity. Look, man, I've made back more than half of what I've lost on Tesla now. So this day could go green. Get ready for that. Big trade alert on NIO. Your boy is right here, guys. Wow.
Parrish, we love our members standing out in the chat there. I haven't seen that news of insider trading in Kodak, so I don't know if it's true or not, so that's just speculation. Again, I don't know that it's going to affect the way I'm looking at the trade, but speaking of missed opportunities, one of those things that will happen to you is you see a fantastic setup. I really, really wanted to short Fran the same way I wanted to short Kodak. Didn't have locates originally for this 950 break, and then opened up, had the halt downside, gave you another entry over here on the reopen, and then I got locates and could have shorted 7 and missed it. Now, you can get all the FOMO in the world, but just stick to what you can do, which is shorting Kodaks, making the plays over in ABUS and VXRT, SNGX. You do what you can. This was a fantastic trade. Every time I see this setup, I'm going to be all over it, whether you miss it or not. You got to also play those ones out, even if you don't put the trade on, so that you know your strategy is working. And Fran, man, that would have worked out fantastically. So file that one away, give you the extra confidence the next time.
And guys, we popped a wheelie because, man, NIO goes big time upside there into the 60s, 62. We're pretty light on it right now, but yeah, we're back. What a good day this has been. Second half, guys. Only real trade here that we've messed up was Tesla. But wow, I'm long this one in my account, 500. I got some out right here, actually, about a week ago, 559, which is actually right where it's at. So Tesla, wow, what a big move to the upside as the indices now go green. JP Morgan is going to be the trade probably that sends me through the roof. We just need to wait to see if it takes out this 97.62. I'm hammer time on that one, guys. What up, Beep?
AXNX, guys. Axonics was just checking on, $1.6 billion market cap. So it's small, but not tremendously small. Medical technology company, AXNX, just popping through day highs here. Nice look on the daily chart as well. Nice technical break to all-time highs for this one, guys. Piper Sandler upgraded this one today.
Just having a quick dive in if I can load this one up on my chart there. The only issue at this time of day for me, I love to see things that we can look at for the afternoon, pick up some key levels now that it's going to be in play. It's not really sustaining volume, AXNX, so I'm going to want to see that pickup going into the close to give me kind of an opportunity. I will sort of note this little 42.40 level, however, file that one away for later on in the day or maybe even later on in the week. Of course, there's going to be a lot to get to with having big earnings. I will update you on my Kodak short. I did mention that when you try to hold for the home run winner, that last little third, a couple of times I've been trailed out. We did get trailed out again there, basically break even 885. I will look for another opportunity, 950 to 10. However, it is worth noting that little turnaround here was at a bit of a pre-market level. If there is a shot through 10 at some point, I might take it for a scalp long. I'm going to stick to the shorts as long as we're trending to the downside. But 10 in the afternoon could be a scalp long for like 20, 30 cents here or there. I'm not holding longs. I had one long breakout trade that we took off very quickly off of the open. It was worth it just for the breakout potential at 11. I didn't really like it for a hold. And I'll probably be the same way at 10. It'll be a very, very quick in and out type of trade, guys.
Yeah, good. And that's the thing. And that's what, the one benefit that we'll do here that a lot of shows won't, and again, I haven't really watched that many shows, this is just based on the feedback, is really, they don't talk about their ins, their outs, they take a hit, they get out of there, and so on and so forth. But we're being completely honest with you. Just like I said to you, today could possibly be a negative day for me. And we talk about that every single day. You guys that are on the show know the kind of success that we have here talking about our trades. You could follow me all you want on Twitter. I don't have 6,000 members or whatever followers for that reason only. Honesty I think is very, very important. We have to stay humble with your trades, and that's why I tell you guys on this Tesla trade today, we lost, and we lost a lot of money on this Tesla. Well, it depends what a lot is, I guess. To some people, 700 would be a lot. This is not, it's not a huge hit, but short, man. Take it, make that back right there. 100 or so, I don't know what we made back, but now we're back on Tesla. We are not shorting this name. Wow, what a mistake that was, shorting. You're all the way up here, guys. We almost shorted it like $100 ago. So right there, not a good call, but we did get out. Rinsed and repeat our last little bit. You see how important VWAP was? So we'll check that out tomorrow. We'll check that VWAP out. And then, like I said, the master of discipline can't be self-proclaimed if you're not going to be disciplined here. NIO, where's all the executions on here? I don't even know. Oh, here we go. Go back one more day. There it is. Right here. All these executions out at the top side. We talked about being very, very light on this one, as now it fades back, and we are. So that one, guys, was a very good trade, bringing us almost all the way back. What up, B?
Guys, it's about that time. 15 minutes or so to go. So that means that Valeria has a link for you, and I'll show you what it's all about here. Brand new educational video coming your way, guys. Yeah, talking earnings. So just a general overview on our approach here when it comes to trading earnings season. Amazing opportunities, as we've seen already, available to you as a trader when it comes to trading earnings season. So check it out. Valeria has a link for you. Our latest education video, guys.
Line them up and knock this one down on IBIO, guys. But it's a good trade. I've given the structure of this one all morning long. The only mistake that I made was my entry point, but you can get away with it on a small cap a little bit, where instead of getting more on the consolidation, I catch it on the way up. And a $4 stock like IBIO, where there's not a lot of big sticks being thrown around necessarily, no problem. It's going to work out for me. But I'll tell you where it's not going to work out. And something like Codex, a little more thinly traded, it's a higher price name, the spread opens up. You can't be I wanted a pullback trade. You go to the daily chart here, you can see the nice upward trend. I wanted to catch something, thinking at some point, one of these days it's going to give you an explosion. So if you get the break, great. If you don't get it, I'm looking for that little pullback for an afternoon move. Unfortunately, I catch it on the way down instead of waiting for consolidation patiently, getting shares in the 65 to 70 range instead of in the 75 to 90 range. Now, you save 20 cents on that. It was going to lose for me. I was always going to lose when it broke 22.50 here or 22.40 or so. But you save a little bit of money, you get yourself a better price, you make more when it goes up for you, you lose less when it goes down. That's what discipline's all about. It was sort of an easy mistake. FOMO action on Codex, because it was like, oh my gosh, Codex is moving today, and I missed the first break at 22.20 here. But it is what it is. You learn from the mistake, you move on. We got plenty of winners on today. Overall, I'm happy with my performance today, with the exception of a few entries, and I've traded over a dozen stocks. That's part of the reason. Too many symbols on a day like today, and you make some execution errors. Thankfully, they haven't been in Kodak, because if you make a mistake in that stock, you can lose money very, very quickly, as fast as it is gone. For the time being, I'm going to be looking for a retest of about 950 up here to roll back into some shorts, or maybe catch an 840 or 840 or so break to the downside for my next Kodak entry. I'll take a scalp long at 10, but for those two things are the only ways I'm getting back into Kodak now that it's lunchtime and things are slowing down.
Okay, 11:48 right now. We dropped that video. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for the love on the shoes as well. I see a lot of chat there also on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter. So thank you so much for everything, guys. We'll just continue to be strong here. NIO, it's bouncing around that 50 level right now, so that's, I see DraftKings going down, but not really again. We're going to wait for a topside break in that one. Virgin Galactic, another hit that we had in the morning time here all the way back. Look at this. Like, this is what I'm talking. This is the kind of day I was having right here, guys. Like, this is my out, like the very bottom. So there you go. This is why some days they seek it out and it's not your day. We make back more than half of what we've lost right now. I have no idea what you said there, but we will throw it over to Brendan.
A little one here, guys, moving around once again. I was just checking. There was earnings on VCRA on the NASDAQ, but look at all of these price target increases. So Piper Sandler, you have Wells Fargo, Guggenheim, Cantor Fitzgerald, Jefferies, to name a few. Craig and Hellum as well, it looks like, all raising their price targets on this one after earnings after market yesterday that were better than expected. Nice move back to 30, held there at 30. We're pushing away from that on VCRA, guys.
That's going to be an ad for the list for sure to watch. And I talked about IBIO. One of the parts of the plan that I neglected to mention, I've said it several times, that 450 opening range top, it'll be a break long if it takes out that price in the afternoon. But first, we're going to go short in front of it. At this time, at lunchtime, I like that little rollover shot. We'll take it, probably work it down into VWAP 420 right there, so hopefully we'll get out in front of that. I just started it here at 37s. I'll add in the low 40s to get a 440 average price. That'll be the plan in this consolidation that I'm hoping for, and then we'll just take the top off for reverse to the long side on IBIO. Only other position I got there, BOXL in the money. It's been in the money all morning long, but ABUS, giving that consolidation here around $4 is going to work into more shares here in front of VWAP as well. See if we can't get that downside retracement for the afternoon trade to the south side. So ABUS, BOXL short, IBIO all short. No longs on right now with the market. Very sleepy coming back to the upside. When you have a 20 handle range in the ES, you got to find the names that are moving. That's all the more reason you guys got to be tuning in the morning. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Get the notification. We run down all these stocks, all these levels at 9:30, talking about what our plan was. We talked about the plan in Kodak. We talked about the plan in, like Sean says, Donkey Kong over there. All of these different names. You make sure you want to tune in at that time to get our thoughts on all these moving stocks. Got to have those ideas. You have to know what to play on a day where it's sideways. Everyone's waiting for the Fed 2 days. Everyone's waiting for the big earnings to come through. But plenty of stocks to play, as evidenced by the action you're seeing on some of these names that we're watching.
Yeah, I did want to give a big shout out to ArchiScan again here for Cureleaf. So guys, definitely take a check out on this stock moving. We did see some of the marijuana spaces moving upside today. So Cureleaf, thank you so much, Archie, for that. A big time tip right there on like a tip, like a payment tip here for the chat group. So thank you so much for that. We'll take that there. And I see a funny comment there that Pfizer's moving around like it drank Valeria's coffee. Okay, let's, good one there. Whoever said that out there, very, very nice. Hit that like. Oh, there it is. It's Chicago. Hey, Chicago, by the way, I see you all the time. Why do I not see you in green there? You want me to talk about...
Chicago's not a member?
That, I don't know, apparently not. But, okay, guys, moving upside now. Look, this is one of my #1 stocks today. Sorry about these wicks. You can see here, our charting platform does chart all of the D prints, the dark pool prints, so we can get those out. But now that I'm on the show, it takes just a couple seconds to edit them, but I don't have that. So nice little, we took that long early today. Great trade here. Now Pfizer begins to break out. But if you followed me, then you took that one to the bank once again. Congratulations, anybody with me there on PFE. What up, B?
Another earnings name here, guys. Hog just popping up on a volume scanner. Nice technical break above that high there. 2740, 2750 area. Smashed it all the way up to 28 almost. But trying to come back to life here. HOG after earnings missed. Aftermarket, I believe it was yesterday, guys.
Yeah, I got to jump on those hogs. And we talk about earnings, of course, some big boys are coming up, but I wanted to get to the CAPR, which is continuing its push to the upside. I am looking for that sort of lunchtime. If it gives me a consolidation, I want to be jumping into some kind of a short here. The volume, picking up heavily after 11 o'clock when Brennan brought this to our attention. It's trying to sustain it, but tapering off just a little bit. It does seem like if we get something 11 to 11:30, very similar to what VXRT was doing, sort of above that little fail breakout that it had, we'll try to roll into a short if we can catch an 11 downside break on CAPR. But I need to see further consolidation. This hasn't slowed down quite enough for me, but I'm going to be all over this one if we get a chance to pull back on this name. And the Kodak back to $9. Going to stick with a binary sort of 840 short, or let's get a test of $10 inside the middle here. I'm not in love with it. You can maybe scalp some trade, but I don't have a clear direction other than waiting for it to test a little bit higher.
Guys, I am, drink water each time Neil Roberts says lunch, or my good friend, or lots of things. I'd be done this thing a hell of a long time ago. Look at this, guys. Uncle Bubba, ask and you shall receive. Thank you so much to Uncle Bubba. Thank you so much to Lowell as well. Here's Uncle Bubba. Of course, nice look there, Uncle Bubba. Is that a hat, or what do you got on there? Some nice little glasses there. Stop calling me. I'm going to screen my calls here. But nice, good look there, guys. Thank you for becoming a member. We're trying to grow the channel, and grow it we will. Thank you so much for that. Good look here also on Pfizer. Still moving upside, guys. That trade is not done. You could keep going. NIO, just to review, guys, we're almost done the show. 12.54. Keeps bouncing. Did it really get to 60? Let's put some orders at 55 and just call this one a day. And then we'll take it if it breaks out again. But right now, NIO, guys. Yes, that was a big one. We drop our drop there on NIO. Big time trade, putting us right back, guys. Crushing that name as we continue to go. Let's go.
Yeah, about to get this 11 break on that CAPR. We just talked about it, and looking at, just got my stop order, and if it breaks to the downside, I will take it. I will update you on it if we get into position, how it does work out for us. Still got ABUS, Boxel, and IBIO heading into the close. Obviously, Kodak is going to be on watch all afternoon long, given the volume that it's put in. It's not that I have a short bias today, but so many gappers to the upside, and give CAPR another look on that list. The volume is just so good here at 7 million. And continuing to hold at least throughout the last half an hour or so. I do want to jump back over to Boeing here. It's holding near this little high, and it's sort of looking like it could be a sort of a breakout in the afternoon through 173.15, which is the current top. Back on the radar here, there was that the couple of FAA directives, but not a lot of juice to this story. Brendan is updating me on, but it is a big move up in Boeing, relatively speaking, from the bottom. It was a 170 close, but it was as low as 168. So $5 move, looking like it might take the top off as well in the afternoon. Worth a watch here. Boeing can be a nice little mover. 173.25 we're watching for a break.
And here we go, guys. You guys asked for it, and you're going to get it all day long there. What happened there? Why wasn't that longer? Let's hit the fruit salad one more time. Here we go. Did we take out avocados finally? Let me see. Do I see avocados in there just going through? No, I see some coconut. We never get coconut. Joseph and viewers, you guys asked for it. We've been hitting a little bit of fruit salad here today. It looks like blueberries is the go-to fruit here today in the fruit salad. That's a little fun thing that we do. Thanks for the reminder, guys, as it's only 4 minutes until we're done. And look at NIO. Nice little move. I just said let's get out of it. We'll hold a little bit, but it comes up to 57. And there it is, another one, guys. That was a big stick trade. We take NIO long down here at 1240. That's why we're getting excited, man. We bring our money all the way back, and we'll see if we can get to positive today. Truth. That's all we speak here. What up, B?
All right, guys, let's jump into what is coming up after market tonight and before the open tomorrow. As I mentioned, we are in the thick of it when it comes to earnings. Go check out our latest educational video on trading earnings. Valeria has that link for you. But yeah, throw it up, guys. Let's have a look at some earnings. And I mean, a lot of earnings coming up either after market or before the open tomorrow.
GE, which if we're watching, Starbucks and eBay, probably going to be a couple of big ones there. I know it can be overwhelming when you get to this point in earnings season. Of course, you're watching Visa. But the real big ones are to come on Thursday, as we know, with Alphabet and Apple. And you don't want to get too far away from what happens to be in play. But it's the theme of the week. Another thing to keep in mind, of course, the Fed two-day meeting. They're not going to change the rates or anything. But let's keep our ear to the ground to see what does move the market.
Yeah, exactly. I think tomorrow's going to be Thursday is big, but Amazon and Google, I don't know. We'll see. We'll more likely be trading some of those names tomorrow. Starbucks is going to be interesting. Let's take a look at SBUX here in NASDAQ just to have a quick look. The reason why it's going to be interesting, guys, not because the minute chart. Let's go to a daily chart quickly here, just so I can show you. Look, this is what I'm talking about, guys. It's all in a range right now. So can Starbucks break down lower, break upside? Look out for a 78 break tomorrow on Starbucks if they do have a good report. Also, GE tomorrow. I saw that one. I know that's a Robinhood loving stock now due to the price. So we'll wait to see GE and look at GE's ranges as well. Very tight range on GE. So
hey,
that's going to be
just a quick look. You mentioned on Robinhood, so I want to show you guys, everybody. We had Greg on talking about the Robin tracks. GE number 4 in terms of additions there in the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
You see Moderna, OCG, and Kodak obviously going to be there as well in place. So good look on General Electric.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a good indication there ahead of earnings. Some people rolling into GE.
Yeah, see, I don't even know. That's why, guys, you have it up here. You have to know your stocks, and I know GE is one for Robin Track, so we'll see that. And I think tomorrow, AMD probably too expensive for a lot of those traders over there on Robinhood, but big time move to the upside. They come in report tomorrow, so a little wick that it made today, 67. Watch out now for AMD up to 70. Wow, so that'll be a good little report tomorrow. Miss V, let's end this thing.
Hey guys, thank you for another great day together. Welcome all the new members and new subscribers. And guys, before you leave, please be kind and like this video. Well, for now, go watch our next educational video about how to make profits while it's earnings season. And guys, today is a great day. Happy Milk Chocolate National Day.
If you're not on board with that, I don't know what to tell you. It goes without saying that I'm definitely for Milk Chocolate Day. Gonna have some chocolate almonds are my favorite, so I'll be having those in honor of Milk Chocolate Day. Brendan, anything special? Usually you'll come with something creative. So we say milk chocolate. What do you got for us?
Milk chocolate or just chocolate?
Specifically milk chocolate.
Okay, yeah, not a fan. No, I'll take
How
a hard
about the
pass
dark?
on that.
How about
I do want to mention though one thing here, guys. Rosetta Stone. Just popping up here immediately to the downside. We had a nice move higher through 27.50 up to 28.50, but immediately right back down. Was just checking on that. RST, apparently, this company IPO'd in 2009. I didn't even know it was a public company, but Rosetta Stone on a volume spike there, guys.
Yeah, here plates and forks. Yeah, let's see who's over there. What's lunch day? Is that Ed? What is it over there? Oh, spaghetti and meatballs for lunch today. So good little look there. Whoever that was, good job. Hearing the plates and the forks, they're crushing the spaghetti and meatballs. So we'll have a little bit of that after the show. Yeah, don't worry, Michelle, if you sold your NIO a little bit too early. I still got a little bit on. We'll see what can happen here to the upside. But I'm very, very light right now as well. So I do like that. Good look on selling it. This is pretty high up, 7.8%. Let's see what it does the rest of the day.
Yeah, able to take one more winner before we get out of here, guys. Right at 12 o'clock, we got the 11 rollover on CAPR. Took 2/3 out on the way back down to this level here at 10 3/4. But, we're going to have this one on in addition to a couple of shorts that we have, and then watching, of course, Kodak all afternoon. It's been a fun one. It's been fantastic. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you for all the support, all the members that joined today in the Super Chats. We love it. Got to go down the line here. Valeria hopped up on the Starbucks again today.
Nah, she's not hopped up. She's not hopped up. She's used to that. She's used to it.
No, she's used to it for sure. Sean, of course, doing a good job with, I've done my water. I don't know how you're doing over there in hydration.
Horrible.
Nation. Horrible because it's an active day sometimes. But give us a quick little wave. Our good friend, Brendan, as always. More about the dark chocolate. I can't really argue with that one. It's a good look.
Dark chocolate. Yeah, always. Guys.
As always, I'm Neil Roberts. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Trader TV Live. We'll see you tomorrow, guys.
Peace.